Hello, 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 and welcome to another Volume 1 Community Live. We're back. It's been a freaking minute, but we're back.
We're back.
It's good to be here. It's good to be back. We have a very fun show planned for you today. An interesting topic of conversation and a lot of catching up to do. We got a lot of catching up to do. Our topic of conversation today is going to be waiting to watch something versus that's going to be adapted soon versus just reading it. This could tie into things we've already seen before, reacting to them, watching them. How do we feel about that? How do you feel about that? It's very general, kind of loosey-goosey conversation. It could play into things like Dan, which are currently coming out now that we've already read, which had Atelier featured in the thumbnail. With something so close to coming out and with an adaptation that looks so good based on the trailer, do you just wait at this point because of how you feel watching something you've already read? We'll talk about all that and more. But we have a lot of personal updates. It's been a while since we've hung out, since we've just kicked it.
What has it been, like 3 weeks?
Maybe 3 weeks, but it honestly feels kind of longer than that.
Maybe a month then.
Maybe a month, but 3 weeks at least.
At least, minimum.
Since we've done like a community live proper, man, it's been a minute. So we're going to do it like we always do. We're going to go through starting with some personal updates, then talk about that main topic or question. We'll talk about some other new stuff, manga related, that has come out, and maybe we'll just kind of hang out and just shoot the shit for a bit at the very end before we head out. But personal updates. Megan, how have you been?
I've been good. I mean, I've been better.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Elaborate.
Just life.
Life.
Yeah.
It's been a lot. You're living.
Actually, it's been better and worse in a lot of ways, I think, this year. I had like a little bit of like a loneliness epidemic in my own personal life. With like this year. I mean, this year has genuinely been like the hardest year of my adult life, I think, to date. Like other years has been hard, but like a lot of personal stuff happened this year, and yeah, I just felt like I didn't really have any friends and no one liked me. And I still feel like that all the time, but it was definitely at the highest this year. And I have been better at like trying to foster those relationships more and not like isolate myself just because I think that like no one likes me anyway. So why do I like why am I like forcing them to hang out with me, which is just like crazy. I don't know. I'm very neurotic, and I'm just fucking crazy. No, I mean, I posted something. Oh, I'll show you on my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I actually am going to get back to posting like memes. I used to post memes all the time. But this was just funny. It's like a meme going around of like, I don't even know what it is, like a fucking kangaroo or like a dog. And it's like, oh, like the situation, I'll paint you the picture of like this dog or like whatever. And he's like, oh, when we get into a car accident, like a major car accident, but I want her like not to get the ick, but because I'm just like a chill guy. And it's like this like little guy, and he doesn't usually have a wig, but he's just like has his hands in his pockets. They'll know because you're not really chronically online like I am. But it says like, I'm not a chill girl, I'll just like crash out. And
it's like a dog.
It's like
It's like a dog.
Let me roll down
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Says,
I've seen this guy.
I'm not a chill girl. I'll just crush out because that is me. I'm just fucking crazy like that. Like literally, like I don't know what it is about me. I just get in my own way and I get in my own head and I get like really weird about interactions and think about them all the time. But yeah, I've been
feeling better is the point.
Yes. I've been feeling
good.
Mm-hmm. I've been feeling better about my personal life and relationships, and I don't feel as sad anymore.
Okay.
I feel like I was like breaking down pretty much like every other day. Like genuinely. Like I'm being like for real because this is like, obviously the Christmas, like, holidays are coming up and like end of the year. So I'm being really like reflectful. Is that a word? Reflectful I like better.
Okay.
Reflectful on my personal life and like just how crazy this year was and how much it tested me and how sad I was a lot of the time. And I'm always a sad girl. Like I'm happy, but most of the time
I'm happy when I'm sad.
Most of the time I'm sad. Maybe it's depression, like genuinely depression actually. Because I'm always sad. It's like, oh, that's what that's called.
I thought this was positive.
I'm sorry. Okay, I need to give you guys the context because I can't just come on here and say I'm sad. I need to say like, yes, it's good, but there was a time in this year, pretty much a lot of this year, where I was very sad. I was sad about.
Okay. I think we got that. But
it's better now. Hopefully I don't spiral out. Hopefully I don't crash out again. Like I was. And things are getting better. And okay, things are getting better, but at the same time, like I said, the internet is trying my patience.
Yeah.
Okay. We've talked about this on here before, and I actually posted something to my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I posted something on Instagram, and I got a lot of like obviously nice comments like back because people are cool, and so most people are cool. There's a lot of people that aren't cool. Just talking about how we, could be, and this is like in regards to one of our latest videos that we put out, which was like, where did this even come from? But it was a buildup of that. How we could be saying the same thing or like agreeing on something, and somehow you like really sometimes I can agree because like, oh yeah, I don't really like enjoy that thing as much as Josh, or like I'm not really as excited as Josh as that like thing, and I can like totally see where that could come off. But sometimes it's like,
no, I also think that you are, but I think that you just don't show it in the same way, and I think that's why some of these comments can be very unfair, because I think you are just as excited as I am, but I just show it outwardly, I think, more than you do. And so people just assume that must mean then that you don't care as much as I do, or I care more. And I just don't think that's fair.
It's definitely gotten better. Like I would say after, even a little bit before then, but like there was always, and this was before I was like on the internet like I am now, but
I think it's time for a detox.
No. I mean, like a presence on the, like having a YouTube channel.
But I still think it's time for a detox.
Like having a YouTube channel, and being like, just being on the internet. It was always a thing, and we talked about it before. Like it was like a stigma of like, how could a girl like anime? It was always questioned. It was like, oh, you don't really like that, you just like it for attention. And it's gotten better because of the internet, because no shit, women like anime too. It's not a crazy
or you're
thing.
just watching it because this guy is watching it and you're just watching it with him,
right? But that, it's gotten better. I'm trying, I can't, my thoughts are all jumbled today, but all that to say is like there's comments sometimes that I feel like aren't necessarily fair, and I've been trying to like dissect them, but at the end of the day, these are just individuals who are trying to hurt me, and I have to say, oh, that's what that is, not like introspective to me. You know what I mean? Like, it's just something that I can't control. It's like, oh, I'm a person who wants to find solutions and like change myself for the better. But those are not trying to do that. It's not a nice comment. Say, oh yeah, maybe you should work on this. It's like, oh no, you just suck. And I just like am trying to find the balance of like what types of comments I should like focus on, I guess. Does that make sense? Am I fucking just blabbering? Am I yapping? I'm pulling a Josh over here.
Whoa. I'm trying to sit here and be a supportive friend. And you're saying I'm a yapper? Am I pulling a Josh right now? Jesus.
It's just, I just wanted to be upfront and I wanted to talk about how I feel. Isn't that the section?
Oh my God. Yes. Yes.
Anyway, yeah, it is just something that I've gotten better at, but I definitely need to take a step back on just because it doesn't feel great, obviously. And I don't let them get to me too much, but I just think like over the past couple weeks, it's just been like an accumulation of a lot of different things. And I've just been feeling so hopeless. And the energy that's been like going around, especially like misogynistic energy, just kind of sucks. And it's more like, I don't know, it's more prevalent, I guess, in the past couple of weeks, and the comments have been really like getting to me. So I've just been trying to take a step back.
I mean, you go through, everybody, I think, goes through periods where those things get to you more at times than they do other times. And yeah, I definitely feel that.
All that to say is I'm doing better than I was, and let's hope it just continues. And I hope 2025 is a better year. And but I've learned a lot. And I'm grateful for the things that I have and how it's like behind me now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Just to kind of add my 2 cents, I guess, it has, I think, felt like a bunch of things combined, right? A bunch of things at once. Like, we don't need to get into all of it and every little bit of it, but I think there were certain things right after one thing after another that sort of like led to this buildup of things. And it's like, okay, whoa. Part of I think getting better at it is knowing when you're at your limit and knowing when to step away. Does that make sense? Why are you making that? Why are you looking at me like I'm crazy? Well, I'm glad you're doing better. I really genuinely am, and I know what you mean. Is it okay? It feels weird to just kind of like...
Wait, you're going to move on. You're like, I have been playing Magic the Gathering.
I was going to say that, actually.
And literally?
Yeah.
That's why, like, is it weird if I just talk about Magic right now?
Well, because personal updates, I just want to update everybody, I have been working like a dog. I got that dog in me.
That is true.
And the other job that I've been working is a retail job. So around the holidays, especially, that shit is fucking crazy, and it's already starting to get crazy. So, I do like the work. I enjoy the work, but it's a lot, bro. And my dogs are barking. You know what I'm saying? I had to get Dr. Scholl's the other day. Bro, I'm a Dr. Scholl's kind of guy now. You're
at that age.
Bro, I never thought in my life. I never thought in my life.
It's just gonna keep happening. It's literally just going to keep happening. It's so crazy. I was literally going to... sorry, this is your personal updates. I was just going to, like, piggyback off of that.
You were just going to go on a completely different tangent.
I was just going to say aging is crazy. And seeing your parents age is
also... You were talking about this the other day. Yeah.
Is also crazy. Yeah. It's just kind of like, this is happening, or like it's going to continue to happen. Like, you need Dr. Scholl's, and next year you're gonna need glasses, and next year you're gonna be 40.
Oh, bro, I talk a lot of shit on the channel about not needing glasses because Megan likes to bully me and tell me that I can't see. And it's not really just Megan. It's a lot of you motherfuckers out there.
No, it's like unanimous.
In the community. No,
I'll literally be holding my phone up like here, and I'll be like, oh, can you read this? And I'll be like, from here. And I can't read that. Like
So
you can't read that. Like it's not like
a lot of people have been
bad.
saying that to me, and I've been maybe stubborn, sure, saying I don't need glasses because I can see. But there are times at my other job where I'm trying to look at a fucking barcode because it's not scanning right, and I have to like look at the numbers and shit. I can't fucking see.
Yeah, no, that's bad.
They start merging together. Now, mind you, these are small barcodes. They're not average size barcodes. They're small because they're on little things, little tiny things. So they're little teeny tiny barcodes. So I give myself a little bit of grace there. But yeah, I'm probably going blind. I probably can never wear a pair of shoes without some Dr. Scholl's. Now my feet were fucking hurting, bro.
Just get it.
But they're good now because the Dr. Scholl's ain't no fucking joke. I don't know how this fucking shit. I pulled it out of the package. That shit is thin. I said, ain't no way this is gonna work. Ain't no way this is gonna help because of the amount of pain I feel in my fucking feet. I put that shit in immediately. I couldn't even feel the difference in like the padding, but the pains that I was feeling went away. What the fuck is that? What kind of crazy shit are they using? Gel, fucking aerodynamic engineering. I don't know what the fuck, how they make it, but it's good and it works. And this is not sponsored by Dr. Scholl's.
They're a pretty popular brand for that type of thing. No, I was going to ask, like, do you need glasses? Like, so it's not just reading then.
Oh, I don't need it for reading. I mean, I feel like I really... I mean, not like when I'm reading manga or when I'm reading books or when I'm reading whatever.
So you need regular, like not reading glasses. You need regular glasses, regular sight glasses.
I think I'm getting to the point where I'm going to need them soon, but I don't need them right now. That's where I think
But they say that you should get them when you start seeing that because your vision can get worse if you don't have them. It only makes it worse. If you're straining, that's when it gets worse and worse and worse.
I knew a guy who kind of thought the opposite. He refused to wear glasses his whole life because he felt like his eyes would always adjust to the glasses. Therefore, his vision without them would be getting worse. So he thought if I never wear the glasses, then they'll just be at a certain level of bad.
Yeah, but you just think that.
That's another completely different person, separate person.
No, but you do the same thing with like medicine and stuff. So like, I don't trust you.
Point is, it's only like really when it's on those like little teeny tiny barcodes that I can't fucking see.
That's just not true though.
I'm gonna have to show you one of these.
We'll have a
barcodes.
chat. We'll have the chat open. You can't read it.
But
that's what I
Not true,
that's true. It's happened so many times.
I can't read it because
well, literally, we'll you know what we'll get an eye test. I'll get an eye test we'll set it up and then we could do it. Actually, run it. We
did this in a stream. We pulled up an eye test.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, because you were telling me the same damn thing.
Okay.
And I pulled it up on the computer, and we did it live.
You didn't do it. You couldn't do it though.
No, and I did. And you and everybody else were saying that it's because it has to be probably at a certain distance for it to be able to.
You're losing your sight, and I'm losing my memory.
That's for damn sure.
And
I'd rather lose my fucking sight
memory.
than my memory.
I've seen those like those memes where it's like older people like. It's not funny. I'm not saying it's funny, but it's like someone's diagnosed with dementia, and it's like the first thing I do is playing like Elder Scrolls or like the long like Baldur's Gate, and just doing that like all day.
That seems really cool though.
They didn't say it wasn't cool.
But yes, Megan. I was also going to talk about Magic the Gathering because while I have been working like a dog, I have been rediscovering and reconnecting with things that I love and just haven't had the money for sure, honestly, to dive back into. And do I have people in my life that I could actually play these card games with? No. But do I enjoy collecting the cards and like the idea of and someone out there has to fucking relate to this shit. I think a lot of people probably relate to this shit. The idea that maybe one day someone in real life will play with me. And I was talking to people about this where I work, and people suggest like, well, go to a card shop, because I always say like, I don't like playing online. There's a Magic the Gathering app. I've been playing on the app and it's okay. But when you're like playing with someone online and there's no mic or there's no anything, you're just kind of like waiting for them to take their turn, and it's frankly boring to me. It's
Why
not as
don't
fun.
you just go to like a game shop and play?
But that's what I was going to say. So then the next thing people
I don't
suggest
want to do that.
is card shops. Go to card shops. And then let me tell you why I don't like doing this. Because people there, you don't have a rapport with them. You don't know them. You can't really joke with them. They usually always come with a different energy. They know
you could
cards,
if you create relationships with people.
but I'm telling you, it's a different energy. They know cards just by the name of the card. They don't need to read shit. I mean, when I have played in the past with a group of friends, like
Have you ever played on Zoom?
no, but me and my brother used to play the Naruto card game via landline. No camera or nothing. We just have to trust each other that we were like moving the cards in the right way. I couldn't even see his cards, but we had to trust each other that we were putting them in the right spot and being honest about what we were doing. But I never played over Zoom. But I guess I would. That'd be kind of fun. But it feels like poker night, with the boys, and not to.
But it's not poker night.
Okay, but like we would all get together. You get snacks. You get some sody pops, and you just kind of bullshit. You shoot the shit, and you play Commander.
You can do it. You can do that. And I know you've been trying to get me to play, but like I think I'm just not as excited.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like the biggest fan of card games like that.
I understand.
And I would much rather play D&D than I would play like card game. And it's not just because it's like Magic the Gathering. Like I don't care about, I don't know, people get weirded out. They're like, Magic. Like no, it's not even that. It's just I just don't know how interested I would be in like doing a card, because I never really was into Pokemon or like Yu-Gi-Oh, or like I like the cards. Like collecting cards is cool, but I just don't really like the gaming mechanics. And I mean that's just like my personal
that's
preference.
Valid. That's valid as fuck. But I think that Magic is one of the oldest card games, and it's one of the best because
ever in history.
No, because and let me just preach the gospel, because you can play Magic. Are you okay?
It's been my like what is right here?
Like your abdomen or your stomach?
It's maybe like an organ. What's
Okay,
right here?
I don't know.
I bend over and I pinch it, and then it like takes me a minute to like, it feels like it's like condensing, and I'm like and I had to like take a moment.
But you can play Magic so many different ways. Like it's not just, and that's what's so fun about the mechanics. Like it doesn't have to be just like 1v1. It can be standard
but this
games.
is what happens.
But there's not a lot. The rules don't make it more complicated. Like there's a rule set that's like pretty simple. You're a Magic user that is tapping mana to cast spells. You're a planeswalker essentially, and you're tapping mana to cast spells against your opponent. You can play 1v1. You can play 4 on 4, whatever, or 4 at a time. And that's typically what a commander game is. You can play like planeswalker mode, where you have a planeswalker deck that once you roll a certain dice, it can take you to a different plane that adds a different rule to the overall game. Like there's so many different ways you can play. Draft. I mean, it's so fun. It's so fun. But it's fun when you can bullshit and make fun of the cards and make fun of the card art, or like be goofy and be silly. And I just feel like you can't really do that at a card shop. And if you do get to a point where you can, like, I don't know, it just takes a lot of time, I guess, and it's like an investment, because that might never happen. You might never get to that point, because these people just might be different players than you are, take it maybe a little bit more seriously than you do, maybe. But Bloomborough has a starter deck. Okay, Bloomborough with the fucking little animals, and that's the closest I've ever gotten. The closest I've ever gotten to getting her to potentially play.
They're just cute cards. Do I want to play the game? No.
You don't want to have a fucking otter sorcerer?
I'd rather play as an otter sorcerer.
But you okay?
No, it's just not the same, Josh. And I'm sorry. I really am sorry. Okay? It just does not sound fun to me. It doesn't. And I don't want. I'm not being stubborn. It's just.
No, I get it.
It's just you even explaining all of those things right now to me. Like, it just really went over my head completely. Like, you were so excited, and I wanted to be excited because you were excited, but it's just it doesn't, like, I wasn't like at any point like, oh my god, like, really? You could play a 4v1 or whatever you said. I don't know. I can't quote you because I don't remember because it was that uninteresting to me. And I wanted to be excited because you were excited, like I said. But damn, that was a lot.
Okay, well then that's that. I just wanted to say I've been, I got, the new set Foundations came out. I was playing that, looking at that. I'm excited. There's new
you can be excited. There's other people that are in the chat that are excited for you.
Thank you, guys.
But when I say, like, I don't really want to play, no, it's not really my thing. Well, there's different ways to play. Like, that's just not... That's just not because you've explained it.
All jokes aside, I fully understand.
You genuinely think I would, like, enjoy playing it?
No. I actually think you might, but never as much as I...
would hope.
Yeah, like in my fucking fantasy where, like, me, you, and our D&D group are, like, all playing Magic the Gathering, having a blast. Like, I don't think... Because I just think that people connect to different games and like different things. And I just, if I'm being honest, I don't think that you would love it as much as I do. And that is totally fine. That is totally fine. Totally fine. And I respect it. Because I get it. It's not forever. It's not everybody's cup of tea. I've tried to get a lot of people into Magic. And it doesn't take. But when it does, it does. And you've got a lifelong friend.
Well, I was just thinking of, like, something... I was thinking of something like, oh, what would you, like, say completely no to that, like, I would suggest?
Game-wise or?
In general.
In general?
I'm thinking of, like, one thing. I'm like,
I don't know. I usually always, if there's something you're really excited about and want me to try, I usually try.
So annoying of you. You're so fucking annoying. Like, genuinely.
Okay, that was personal update. And there's some more personal updates, but I want to be with you guys for a second.
We really were like the fucking drama fucking masks right now. Like, I'm like, and then you're like,
well, I mean,
Magic.
Though, I mean, because that is truly and honestly, that is what has kind of been keeping me sane. Because it's hard, like working as much as I've been working and trying to do everything that we do here, it's been a lot. And so I kind of fall back into these comfort things because I love them and they do make me feel good. And so I kind of get re-obsessed with them as maybe like a distraction sometimes. And I've been reading and stuff too.
I feel
that's been helping. And
like, it's been a couple years. I think the last time I watched it was like 3 or 4 years ago. 3 years ago? No. Yeah.
Clannad.
Yeah. I haven't rewatched it. I haven't needed to rewatch it. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, okay.
I feel like you said, like, you fall back into things like you're familiar with. And I haven't really felt like I really need it. But I should watch it soon.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I want to get to some of these chats. Thank you guys for your support. You guys are the fucking best. I really have genuinely missed you guys. There feels like there's such a big difference between, because when we started the channel, we were obviously just like doing reviews and uploading videos. And it wasn't until later that we started going live. And then once we started going live, there was a point where we were going live almost more than we were uploading videos. And it's been kind of back and forth since then. But the difference between like uploading a video and seeing, familiar faces comment versus like them being in the chat and commenting like in real time, I don't know. It feels obviously so incredibly different, but it is something that I didn't know how much I missed and how much I like genuinely needed. Because
it's just a different experience.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so, and again, I guess we could, this is like, let's just keep it casual. Let's just keep the like conversation going because we just talked about it. Actually, we recorded a samurai before we did the live today.
Samurai Champloo, yep.
Samurai Champloo. Samurai Champloo.
There was some shit. Okay, go ahead.
But we kind of like went on a little tangent, which we usually don't do a lot on Volume 1 Plus.
No.
We're very like, let's talk about the show. We're going to talk about what happened and then see you guys. But we kind of like drifted off a little bit and we were talking about how we could come across. And I feel like when it comes to anime and manga reactions and just in general, like we always like to have fun. We always bring our own opinions and we sometimes, most of the time, don't take things too seriously. I mean, when they're supposed to be taken serious, we do take them seriously. When we're supposed to be analytical or want to be analytical, we bring that too. But for the most part, we do just like keeping it like you're talking to your friends about anime and manga. Because
we're goofy. We're goofballs and we're goofy.
I thought you said groovy. I was like, oh my God, he's finally gone. He's gone. Yeah, like, and then we feel that from you guys too. Like, we can joke around with you guys, or we could joke around with each other, and know that at the end of the day, we're not trying to be disrespectful or trying to write things off because we just don't give a shit about it. And we do genuinely care about the things we watch and the things we talk about.
Or people, saying that like you're cashing in. Oh, you're cashing in on something, and this isn't even One Piece related. This is Bleach related. You guys are just watching this because it's like popular, it's current, it's hot. It's like, no, I'm sorry, but no. That's not why.
Well, we know that's true. That doesn't bother me because that's just not the truth. Because if that were the truth, then we would have not read Bleach at all and just watched 1,000 Year Blood War.
Which again,
and which is also insane because like, how would you know what the fuck is happening at all?
Yeah.
Like, who are these characters?
But again, because we don't. And this is what we talked about at the end of that Samurai Champloo episode, because we don't have like, and I think people can relate to this too, I hope, as much of an encyclopedic knowledge and like photographic memory of like all of these events. People don't think, we
it's just
like
not
it enough or are just like, talking about it.
That's just not what we want to bring.
No. I know.
And there's so many other channels. There's so many other reaction channels. There's so many other manga channels. There's so many other, channels that do video essays and super insightful character work. And there's so many. There's so many. And I like to think that we do it the way we want to do it and the way that I think both of us are interested in, which is just like two people who are like-minded talking about this thing.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like, I don't like watching, like, I am sorry that I forget things that happened in a core that came out a year ago. And honestly, I don't have the patience and I don't enjoy rewatching things. I don't enjoy rereading things. I don't enjoy rewatching things. Does that make me a bad content creator? Does that make me a bad YouTuber?
That's what it is.
Maybe.
That's what it is, maybe, I think more.
But I honestly don't give a fuck because I think
because
that
you know that you
we can
enjoy
still
it.
have conversations
exactly
with people that we enjoy speaking to. Like, I think that we could still have meaningful conversations and experience things together and have fun doing it because we all love this thing. I'm just not gonna feel bad about not being something that I feel like other people think I should be.
No. I don't even think it's that. I really do think that it comes from a lot of the time people thinking that when you have like a YouTube channel and you have X amount of subscribers, it's your responsibility to do exactly what, like listing off a list. And if you don't check all the boxes, then you shouldn't have a platform. Then you shouldn't be doing this thing. Then you shouldn't be creating videos because you just shouldn't be doing that because
only the most knowledgeable person.
Yeah. Or the person that like, quote unquote, takes it seriously as much as they do or enjoys it as much as the person
who is the most obsessed with this thing. Like, those are the people who should be talking about it, not casual fans, not, people.
But I just that's what's so crazy, because I wouldn't consider myself a casual fan around people, peers
around
that I have.
Actual casual fans that I meet in the real fucking world.
Yeah, so it's okay. I mean, no one's trying to prove themselves. We're not trying to prove ourselves that we actually like this thing, because if we didn't like it, then we wouldn't be sitting here right now. We would have regular occupations. We wouldn't have spent hundreds of dollars on anime figures and manga. There's just things that we wouldn't be doing. So I'm never going to take that as a diss, because I know in my brain and in my heart that I genuinely like doing this thing. Because if it was all for clout, then what the fuck? I mean, there's so many other things.
There's so many other things that we could do for clout that would probably be easier to do.
Yeah, so yeah.
Let's be fucking real.
Yeah.
Let's be fucking 100.
I just think it gets harder, because when we see those things and when we are told those things, it comes from a place in the beginning of anger, because it's oh damn, like we said, we're so busy with other things in our personal life and scheduling and other things like that. So when we set aside time where we have to do, we have to sit down and record a Bleach episode, and then we have to edit it probably 3 times in order for it to go up, because it got copyright written, so it got blocked. So then we have to cut out this moment and this moment. It takes hours and hours of editing, because you have to upload it and the exporting time, and it's yada, 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 not important. And then to put it up and people just be like, wow, you guys suck. Yeah. It's damn, should I just be should me and Josh just meet up on Saturdays and be let's just watch it on the couch and just hang out, or you know what I mean? It just feels super. It's a different level, because it just hits it on a different level, I think, of just time management and just being a person and being a creator and being oh, we put this thing out, it could be.
But I don't ever want to give too much attention to the loud minority, because I really do feel supported, and I think that is why these lives, getting back to it, are so important, because it is so refreshing to be in a community with people who I really do feel we just get each other. I feel you by this point know what we're about, and we know what a lot of you guys are about, even if we've never met in real life. We get the vibe, we get the energy, and
also I don't know, I mean, yeah, it's the like-mindedness, and it's not just a bunch of fucking I don't know, people. I mean, the support and love is so real, but it's not we're just oh, we only want to hear that. Constructive criticism always is what we want to hear too, about how we can better the channel and better ourselves. It's not just about it's just the actual just stupid hate, I guess.
For sure.
That's just oh, this is really.
But I always pull up the general like to dislike tab in YouTube Studio instead of looking at comments. I'll look at that, and that's why liking the video, even if you don't want to leave a comment or have anything to say, it's nice, because then I can look at it and go, oh, okay, well, 94% of people like it. 6% of people don't like it. So even though it feels 90% of the comments might be negative, which is also not true, by the way, it's maybe more 50-50 on a really bad video. But even though that might be the ratio in the comments, the overall like to dislike ratio is 90% versus 6%. So that it's those things that make it all better too, which is why it's incredibly frustrating at times. But yeah, I don't like giving it too much attention and energy, even though it does suck some days more than other days, for sure. Tiberius with a member for 15 months. Praise Kuma. Shout out Tiberius.
I thought your icon was Asa, but it looks like Sasuke.
It's Itachi.
What's Itachi?
Itachi is Sasuke's brother.
Fucking spoiler.
Okay,
Thank you for that.
I mean, I think you already saw an episode where he talks about his brother.
I mean, he isn't really just like Sasuke.
I think Itachi has bags under his eyes. That man never sleeps. But
okay, don't give any.
No, I mean, I don't know if he
spoilers.
literally never sleeps, but he does in his character design. He has fucking these harsh lines that I think are bags under his eyes,
or his age.
Maybe the show age, but he's not that much older than. I mean, he's older than Sasuke for sure, but he's not Itachi's cool as fuck. Itachi is cool as fuck. And that's all I'll say. Tiberius's comment is, I'm a nasty girl.
I've been a nasty girl, I've been a nasty girl. Is somebody gonna match my freak? Is somebody gonna match my freak? Is somebody gonna match my nasty?
I was looking for my Badussi sound, but I took it off.
Why?
Temporarily. Because it was still... It's the law sound. Banger. That's a banger. I've been a nasty girl. Shit, you know it. Conrad! Megan is the best. She is so great. She is goated. She can read. Sending specifically Megan love.
Thank you.
That's crazy. That's crazy that he just... After that
Usually he does, though. Usually he does. Like, he hates on you, gives me compliments.
No, but he's being more pointed about... Like, he's being more direct. He's not dancing around nothing.
So is that an attack for you? Are you projecting?
Really does. No, he's saying, like, I just want to be very clear. This is specifically Megan Love. I don't want Josh having...
See, that's you adding it on top of it. Like, you can't let me have a fucking win.
Okay. I'll let you have it. Because, you know...
Because I'm fucking need it, sad.
Conrad. I don't fucking need it. Anyway, Conrad again.
You have magic, so...
It's your kitchen.
Give you the fucking sign.
That was so crazy. No, it was not that playful. You genuinely gave me the side eye. I'll watch it back. I'll literally watch it back.
Watch it back.
Like, watch. Here it comes.
Here it comes. A little delayed. Watch it back.
Here it comes right here.
3, 2.
Ready? Bitch. That was nasty.
Conrad said, this stream feels like both of you are avoiding saying America voted for a celestial dragon.
Bro.
I mean, I don't think we're avoiding anything.
I just feel like, how many weeks has it been?
I don't know.
I feel like I've exacerbated all of my conversation. Like,
I'm not going to lie and say that the reason that personally it's not something that I just feel like we don't have the energy to talk about it as much anymore because in our personal lives.
Well, we talked about it to exhaustion.
We talked about it so much.
Yeah.
And it sucks. And I hate it. I genuinely abso-fucking-lutely hate it. And I don't want anybody to be unclear about where, I mean, I'll speak for myself, me personally.
Where we
land or whatever. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And yes, America voted for a celestial dragon. Abso-fucking-lutely. But the reason that two things. I feel like I'm exhausted from talking about it in my own life, and also like it's tough because I think we both do want hopefully this place to be a place where everybody feels safe and welcome, but also can feel like they can go to kind of like. Not forget because there are things that are real that I don't think like should be forgotten, but you know what I mean, like just like a place on the internet for you to just like kind of for a little while at least like talk about anime or talk about manga or talk about other things,
right?
But yeah, anything you want to add?
It's just a crazy time. I've back in 2016 and like having the same candidates for now I'm 26 years old. I'm going to be 27 in January. And it's just crazy to think about. I feel like cycles have happened within presidencies and US elections, and this has been very consistent with like when I've been, and also my brother was able to vote this year too, and it was just kind of like, oh shit, like one, I'm not 18 anymore, and two, it's just like a repeat of a lot of events, so it's just been kind of like, damn, like time has just felt so weird, especially since COVID. Like it's just felt weird, and time like passing has just felt like interrupted, I guess. Like everyone's lives got interrupted in a different way, but yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But Conrad, just to I guess put a bow on this too. It wasn't just all that stuff. I mean, there was a bunch of it was just like I said, like a bunch of other things too that were all kind of happening at the same time. Things in
what do you mean?
Well, I just mean things in our personal life, but also like other things other I guess feedback or other things we were seeing online that like made us feel, that way. I can't say it without saying it outright, and I don't think you want to talk about it, so I'm just gonna not say it.
I just don't know what you're talking about. But sure.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, I don't care. I don't mind saying it, but I just
don't know what you're. I don't know what you're talking. I don't know where we.
And I'm gonna make a choice to not talk about it because I don't think you want to talk about it.
Okay.
Which I understand.
But Josh always does this, and then he goes, "Okay, I'm just gonna say it a little bit,"
No, I'm
and
not.
then he just gives it away.
I'm not.
Like all of his surprises when he's like, "Okay, we're gonna keep it a surprise."
I
then, gives it away.
I suck at surprises. And around Christmas, you're gonna see that again. Jonathan R. Shout out Jonathan R. Love you, Jonathan R. Josh Beard, stop trying to argue with Lisan Al Gaib.
Literally.
Megan over health. She technically has you beat on that physically and mentally most of the time. Jonathan R., let me just say this, and this is no disrespect to Megan.
Oh.
Sorry, Megan. Physically? Oh, put us in, the physical fitness test that you used to have to do in PE? Give us that test. Let us do that test, please. I promise you that in every category, I will fucking sweep. Megan can't even walk up a flight of stairs without getting winded. But if it was a vision test, and if it was a fucking meme test, and a fucking...
I was going to say something else, but I don't want to be mean.
Go ahead. Be mean. I'm a little scared, but go ahead. If it was a vision test, she'd win. If it was a pop culture, cultural zeitgeist, maybe she'd probably win. But if it was a physical fitness...
Fight.
If it was a fight, I'd fucking win a fight.
You would not.
I would win a fight.
You would not. No, you wouldn't.
This is where it's happening.
You wouldn't.
This is where our fight begins. You better train hard, girl. because it's real. It's about to go down.
It's just like, whatever.
You got vision. I think I have, well, you think about memory as like, I would
say I'm healthier.
But are you though?
You don't eat vegetables, bro.
But see, that doesn't
you don't
matter.
Eat fucking vegetables.
But see, that doesn't matter.
It does matter. It does matter. You need certain things to fucking stay alive, and you don't eat vegetables. You have no... I got carrot cake yesterday, and you said, I don't want any... It is fucking carrot cake, so I don't like the carrots in it. Like...
I think...
No. I don't want to hear... I do not want to hear it from you. I do not want to hear it from you. I do not want to hear from you.
Than me.
I do not want to hear it from you.
Your body betrays you more than mine does. Mine betrays me. And so you could say I don't eat vegetables, and that means that I'm not healthy, but I think it's a result, not a diet. Like how is my body feeling based on like physical, I guess like experiences or like whatever physical like exertion.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Exertion.
What are you trying to say?
Based on like how yours it feels, I think that.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying
your
I think
experiences.
That you experience body pain more than I do. I think you get sore. You have things, go. I think you have more health things than I do. Not major, but like little minor things here and there.
Sorry, my genetics aren't as good, and I'm sorry that I have sickness that runs in my family. Is that what you want to hear?
That's not what you don't.
Is that what you want to hear?
No, I'm not talking about that.
Is that what you want to hear?
That is not what I'm talking about. That is not what I'm. Do not spin it. Do not twist it. I just mean that if we were to run, I think I could outrun you. I think I could.
Cool.
You can't do it. You can't come in so hot and then just shut it all down like that.
You literally...
See what you did, Jonathan? See what you did? Beans. Shout out Beans.
I like this from Kevin.
That's a more.
Hinosa said, Josh looks like he benches 2 plates for fun.
That's fucking crazy. And
Oh,
you know what?
I thought you meant, oh.
No, dinner plates.
No, that's what I thought. That's
No,
why I said it.
That's
Is that what he means?
That's what
Oh,
he means.
okay.
That's what he absolutely means.
Okay.
First of all, I will also admit to this: physical strength, not it. I can lift some heavy items, some heavy furniture, some heavy boxes. But I'm not at the gym. I promise you, I'm not at the gym out fucking.
We know. We know you're not at the fucking gym. We know. Believe me, everyone knows that here. Don't gotta get that. I don't have to say that out loud.
And let me tell you, the second thing is them plates are full. And not only can I lift them, I can finish them. I could out eat anybody here. How about that?
No one's arguing with you, bro. No one's arguing with you, bro.
Anyway, I just got a little defensive when Jonathan R said that that you have me beat physically, maybe mentally, and I think you would rather win mentally than physically, but I think I got you physically, and you got me mentally. Beans, Chiquita, you have a dream.
It's from Dan to Dan.
Dan da dan.
I like, what is that? Sorry.
All right,
I was
it's
gonna
your fucking
burp.
health, your body betraying you.
Shut up! It's fucking ABBA song. Chiquita.
Dan has been fucking killing it, bro.
Josh would seppuku if he experienced menstrual cramps. That's what's so funny.
Bro, I'm not saying
When you're like,
wouldn't.
oh, physically, like a bitch, I can like literally birth a child. Like, what can you do?
But number one,
I can go through childbirth.
Number one,
I can
have
grow
you.
a child. Have you? No.
Have you?
Will I? Maybe.
Number one, if
But I literally am capable of that.
you're absolutely capable of it, absolutely capable.
So,
But
What you
have
got?
you? And
but
I'm
you
not-
can't say have you. Have you run a fucking marathon? I can. Okay.
No, but I'm also not saying that I have. But I've run, and I've gotten pretty good miles in my day. I have done
Okay,
that.
what, 10 years ago? 15 years ago? When's the last time you fucking ran?
Maybe closer to like 5 years ago.
No fucking way.
Stop.
No
Stop.
fucking way.
Also, I'm not saying I could fucking I could handle menstrual cramps. I have no idea what that would feel like. Although
they have a machine.
that's
We
what I was
should
gonna
get
say.
it. We should buy
I
that.
do want to get hooked up to the machine.
I like.
I do.
I've experienced like not cramps, but like I feel like some people experience it really bad. Like some people get it really, really bad to the point where it's like I don't need to go to the fucking hospital.
I
Like
feel
I've
that.
never really, maybe once in my life, but in the I don't know, 15 years that I've
I think you're
had
probably
to
right.
deal
Yeah,
with it.
certain people
More
probably
than that, but
experience it like a more pain than other people.
yeah.
Yeah, would you like if we got our hands on one of those machines? First of all, I would love to do it. Not so I could prove
I would
anything.
try it.
I really don't want to prove anything. I really just want to know how it would feel. Like I really just want to have a reference.
You know how you like when you have like a stomach ache
Mhm.
and it like hurts?
Yeah.
It kind of feels like that, but you can't like just make it go away if you like go to the bathroom.
You can't make it go away.
It's just like constant.
Yeah, see, I mean that's fucking annoying. That would be very annoying. But again, I want to know what like
I want to know what it feels like.
a 1, a 2, a 3 because they have different like levels. I want to take it. I want to see how high I can take it. Again, not to prove it, just to feel it. And would you take it? Would you want to do it to see how high you could get on that? Because maybe you realize like, oh, I'm actually at a 2 most of the time, or I'm at a 3 most of the time. And then maybe you realize like, oh damn, other people who are at a fucking 8, this is what they're feeling.
Well, I feel like this is so funny. We're just like, I don't even know what we're talking about.
Period pains.
You can, because obviously like birth control and things like that can affect like how you feel it or even getting
I
it at
see.
all. So I think that because I've been on birth control for like, I don't know, since I've been like 18 or 17 years old. So I don't even know like how my body is without it, which is kind of like,
That's fucking
sucks.
crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
But
That's crazy. Shout out Beans. Shout out Nico Mero.
That's a more.
Josh, you should get a Doctor Who commander. I just saw doctor. Like, you should get a doctor.
You should get a doctor in here.
You should get a Doctor Who commander, and maybe Megan could get a Fallout commander to see if it clicks for her. Recently, I started collecting cards from the Infinity set. Pretty fun stuff. So, Nico Miro, shout out. Thank you so much for the super chat. This is literally what I was thinking. And also, so I've looked up the Doctor Who commanders. I can't find them in any shop or anything. And everywhere I see them online, because no offense to Jodie Whittaker, I just don't want that deck. It's selling for like $35 because I don't think anybody really wants it. I just...
So sad.
It's kind of sad, but also, yeah, I just don't want it. There's the villain deck, there's the David Tennant deck, and then there's the old school like Tom Baker Doctor Who deck. Of course, I want the David Tennant one because it's got Rose in it, it's got Donna in it, it's got Matt Smith in it, it's got Christopher Eccleston, it's got my Doctor Who in it. But it's fucking the cheapest I can find it is like $100. And I know the commander decks retail around, I think, $60 when they come out, so it's not like, I guess it's not that much more, but it kind of is. I want it so bad. And I was literally thinking of I told Megan this on the phone the other day, jokingly. I was like, I'm going to buy, because our D&D group, we play D&D, but we also play the Fallout TTRPG as well sometimes, because the person who runs that game like loves Fallout too. And he loves playing games. But I was like, I'm going to get Megan the Bloomborough commander deck because it's got a bunch of cute animals in it. And I'm going to get him the commander Fallout deck because I know he loves Fallout. And that's just going to be my way of like reeling everybody into this game by bringing them in with a deck that features like a franchise that they're connected to. Cheapest, like $100. Megan's looking it up right now. $100 fucking dollars. I fucking wish, dude. Jonathan R.
That's
more? Did I skip one? Oh, I see it. Jump down. But no, Jonathan R. is the next super chat. You can see Megan just like trapped in the magic talk, like Momo listening to Okran talk about UFOs for the first time. Oh, Lisan Al Gaib, that was rough. LOL.
Bro.
I do catch myself trapping her in conversations often.
Pretty often.
Yeah. It gets to a point sometimes where me and Megan, I think, have a lot in common. Obviously, anime, manga. And there are a lot of TV shows that we both like. But there's a section of things which I think is natural for like anybody. Like, there's nobody that's going to like every single thing you like as much as you like it. But there's some things that don't overlap. And boy, do they really not overlap. It's kind of funny, though, because you have those things for me, too, like K-dramas and stuff. Like, I just like can't. And I think with like specifically like card games and stuff, like you just can't. And I give you a hard time, but I get it. I genuinely, I do get it. It's just funny.
I don't think he does, though, because he keeps bringing it up.
He keeps saying how much he fucking gets it. Conrad. Let's give Conrad.
What can I say? He's an awesome guy.
I wouldn't have spent hundreds of my dollars on super chats if I didn't have a crush on Josh. Unrequited parasocial crushes are hard chat. That might be the funniest comment ever. I want to print that and I want to frame it. Not because of his admittance to a crush, but just to kind of like have that on the record.
Right. You can't back down now.
Well, also, but it's just so funny too. Unrequited parasocial crushes are hard chat. Like that sentence alone.
I need that on a
shirt.
t-shirt. Yeah.
Conrad, I love you too.
We will be doing another Black Friday deal chat.
Yeah, I want
Black Friday deal chat.
Oh.
Woo! For our merchy. Because I genuinely am gonna like pick something up for the sale. I want.
You're funny, dude.
I want a red Volume 1 hat.
Oh yeah, we got all the colors. There's a shirt that I want from it, and I showed this to Megan too, because there's a Magic the Gathering YouTuber called The Professor from the Tolarian Community College, whatever. he has a shirt, and it's one of those shirts, and I have like a Soge King shirt kind of like this, an Ace shirt kind of
It's
like
like
this.
a vintage collage shirt that has like a
That's what it's
variety
called.
of different pictures of it, and it's like their name. And
So the professor has one, and I showed it to Megan. Megan's like, we should make shirts like that, and I really want to, even if nobody
for both
buys
of us.
them. Yeah.
Well, we'll do one that's like volume 1 and have both of us,
Right.
and then we'll just make a Josh shirt and then a Megan shirt.
Yeah.
And put it up. We should
Even
do that for Black Friday.
Yeah. It wouldn't be like too hard, I don't think.
Just finding the right pictures.
But it'd be finding the right pictures and collaging them. It would be some work, but it would be fun to do. Again, even if only one person bought them, I think
we need to make some new shit.
I know. It's again time. It's literally time.
No, we need to make some new shit.
Get on it.
Get on it.
I genuinely, Conrad, just because it's been a while. I love you, I love you, dude. And I love our back and forth. It really does make me laugh. And it really does put a smile on my face. Thank you. And I'll never say that shit again. I'm just kidding. How crazy. Tiberius.
That's more?
It's November. You shouldn't exacerbate.
Oh, because not November.
Are you guys doing that? How are you guys faring?
Are you guys doing that?
How you guys? Tiberius, I bet is having a real hard time. Tiberius is probably really struggling right now.
Oh my god. I just don't. That was so
What?
so crazy. I was like, I just don't think that's healthy. And it's like literally just a month. It's like, bitch, like it's not a fucking year. Like, relax. I just don't think that's good for your health.
Like, where does it? Where does it come from?
No Nut November. It's supposed to abstinence.
But is it for testicular
Self-abstinence.
cancer or something like that? Like in support of solidarity or something?
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't.
Because there's something like no shave,
shave November, no shave. Isn't there no shave November? Sober October is one.
But I thought one of them. I don't know which one of them, but one of them is
Nonstop Nut. I'm winning, Jimmy. Nonstop Nut is crazy work.
Nonstop Nut November. It's not solidarity. Well, I guess it's more like bringing awareness. That's what it is. Like one of them, I think, is like bringing awareness
to nut.
Stop. You said that like a fucking frat bro. To nut? That shit's fucking. That's on the soundboard. Anyway. Crazy, bro. Nonstop Nut November. You guys are fucking crushing it. I know you are.
I'm exploding.
Oh my god.
Conrad. Shout out Conrad.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Megan, it was because you were sad. That's why I was sending you love specifically. You were kind and read my comments correctly. Josh's Instagram. Bro, you see how he fucking flip-flops? Yeah. This shit is fucking diabolical. It's fucking diabolical. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
That was crazy.
Mr. Fan.
No, you missed one.
Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, I did.
Yes, you did. Jonathan R. You keep missing Jonathan R.
Sorry. Sorry. Jonathan R., please forgive me.
So sorry.
Did I just start a boxing match between Lisan Al-Gaib, Megan, and Josh Beard? Is this going to be on Netflix like Paul versus Tyson?
Yeah, I mean, who didn't watch that? I mean, it was free, so like everyone watched it. Internet went out.
I would not have watched it if it wasn't for you.
Yeah, I literally was like, I have to watch this. I've seen the like training and all that shit. I was like, bro, like this is gonna be fucking crazy. And it was crazy for a different reason. Because Mike Tyson's what, 58?
I don't know.
He's 58. He's 58. And we were watching with like a group of friends, and it was just like the switch up to like the actual like when the fight began, like 2 rounds in, everyone I think in the audience, everyone like at home was like, yeah, this is like not good. Like this is not okay. Like my dad just turned 56 years old. Like and I think even like my friend was like, I just see like my dad or like my grandpa like fighting against someone that's like, cause bitch, he's my age. He's 20. Well, I'm 26, but he's 27. And I was like, oh, he's like 30. I thought he was like Josh's age. I was like, oh, he's like 35 or like whatever. Like it's a big age difference, but not that crazy. And they're like, no, he's 27. Like, he's in his 20s fighting a 50-year-old man. I was like, oh.
It just felt sad. The whole thing felt
It was just a little sad. It was just a little sad. Whether
like, not
it was
even because Mike Tyson was getting his like ass whooped. Like, not sad in that kind of way. Sad in a like...
No. It was like, this is like
dystopian kind of like,
yeah,
what the fuck kind of way.
Like spectacle kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, whole thing was, like Ziggy said, whole thing was just a meme. Like, Tyson did it just for money. It just felt like a money grab, honestly. It wasn't like a genuine fight. It really didn't feel like a genuine fight. On both sides. But anyway, it was just crazy. And I'm it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? The cheeks. Yeah, that shit took me. That shit was
Mike Tyson's cheeks.
He was like, it was just like silent.
That
like,
was...
he's like, I'm gonna be in the ring, and then he just like turns around, and it's just like his ass is out in a like fucking jock strap.
A lot of it felt, and whatever. This is obvious. I don't watch a lot of boxing. I don't watch any boxing. I don't watch MMA. I'm not into a lot of sports. So like maybe this is something that just happens all the time, and I'm just not aware of it. But you see all the lead up to the fight, all this hype, right? Mike Tyson slapping Jake Paul, and Jake Paul saying like, "I'm gonna fucking kill this man," like I'm gonna fucking kill, and everybody buying or seeming to buy into it, like literally seeming to fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. Like, this is crazy. He's disrespecting this man's legacy, and like this is why I don't like Jake Paul or this generation because they have no respect for blah 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 blah. Then the fight ends, and they're having the post-fight interview. And it's like the facade, the facade drops. And they're like, yeah, I just want to shout out Mike and say he's a legend and I love him and I have so much respect for him. And
well, yeah, what is he gonna say?
And Mike's like, or in him saying like, I love Mike's family. I love spending time with Mike and his family. Like, he's been such a mentor to me. It's like,
it's all fake.
Of course it is.
You don't want to see them being like kind to each other before they fight. You want to see them being mean. It's a tactic. Would it have been better to see, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything about boxing, and I don't want to pretend like I know, okay? Because I don't. But I genuinely think the Paul brothers should be WWE fighters and not fucking boxing people.
One of them was, and we learned that night.
We learned that against our will.
Yeah.
We learned that against our will. But anyway,
yeah,
that was
fight.
Fucking, yeah, that was crazy.
Mr. Fan 09.
Good smell.
I personally appreciate these more loose discussions. Your back and forth is peak entertainment, priceless, and looking forward to the Josh 2025 Marathon Challenge.
Do it.
I said on a community live a long ass time ago that I was going to film myself running, and I still would.
See, I wouldn't do that voluntarily.
I absolutely
There's no
would.
fucking way. There's no way there's no way I would let that be up because I can't run.
I think that like should I just run my own marathon, or should we really have like a physical fitness challenge? Like, should we compare like stats?
And I just don't really think
you want to put like, because it sounded like you were pretty offended about by me saying that I could physically, outrun you.
No, I don't. I'm not saying that you could, but like that I physically can't do that. So you winning would be just like, okay,
a hollow victory.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
So that's just like not fair.
Okay, well then don't act so. I'm just saying you are better at some things.
I'm kidding.
If there was a zombie apocalypse, let's just say that,
I would die.
I mean, I think you would survive, but not because you'd be outrunning zombies, but for other reasons.
If there were runners, I would tell you to trip me or something because I just couldn't keep. I wouldn't. The pain of running would make me want to die more than actually not wanting to die.
I'd rather be getting my brain eaten right now than fucking run. See, if they were runners, that's the crazy thing. Depending on the kind of zombie, like
I used to cheat in middle school doing the mile. I used to know.
How so? How so?
I had people on the inside.
Oh, I think I remember you telling me this. But
Yeah.
they would just fudge the numbers or what? Wow. See, I would never do some shit like that.
Like the people that were tallying, like the TAs or whatever that
Yeah.
didn't have to, they would have like a certain color marker. And sometimes people would have the marker, but other times they wouldn't. But I knew them and they would give me like an extra tally because if you didn't, then you would lose points and like your grade would go down in PE.
That's some art school bullshit.
It wasn't art. This was in middle school. It wasn't art school.
Oh.
I didn't have to. My fucking PE was karate in my art school.
That's fucking lit.
And I had to
bro.
go to summer school because I didn't have enough PE credits. That's how bad I failed at PE because I didn't have enough credits. Oh, it was stage combat and karate.
Stage combat and I say that jokingly because like I'm so jealous. I wish I could have gone to an art school like for high school. Like I guess like part of me is it's like I wear it like a badge of honor that I went to a not good public school, like a very bad public school. But there is another side of me that like really wishes I got to go to an art school. It seems awesome.
You would have thrived. I mean,
really
you
feel like
either
I would have.
Yeah, it probably would have made you better. Like it would have, like you wouldn't have been a bad kid.
Probably. No, genuinely.
Like you would have wanted to stay your senior year, you know? Like, because the people that like, yeah, because it wasn't that, I don't know, it just wasn't that serious.
I agree.
If I went to a regular high school, I probably wouldn't have passed.
Yeah, I think that the kids you were going to school with were just like you guys were into similar things. You guys had like similar interests or goals. I don't know.
I mean, everyone was like nice.
And you guys encouraged, I think, a lot of things.
There's really
that
no
public
like
school's kind of like, you know.
Yeah, and there really was
encourage.
no bullying. I mean, there were fights. Like fights would happen, but like for the most part, like everyone kind of got along. Like the like punk like crust kids got along with like the drama kids. Like they're like, you know, like artists, like everyone just got along
Because
like,
they were all doing art shit, like different kinds of art.
but there was
shit,
not as many
like,
kids too, so you kind of had to like get along.
Yeah, I feel that. Shout out, Mr. Fan. Let me. Sorry, my thing is acting up.
It is. What the heck?
It's like really acting up. Why? Huh? Beans. With a super chat. Shout out Beans. Josh last ran in 1885 when Benz drove the first car.
Wow.
Bro, I wasn't even a thought. I wasn't even a sperm and a testicle in 1885.
No,
Maybe I was, actually. I don't know.
you weren't. Oh, well, they say that like you.
Was it you who was talking about the generation
Who
thing?
was talking about that? I was just remembering
I
that.
think we were hanging out with some mutual friends and someone in that group was talking
You are
about
like
it.
your grandma. Like when you exist in your mother's womb,
When your mother
exists
exists in your
grandma's
in your-
room, because she's growing eggs. You're growing what you have atomically.
anatomically.
So you grow eggs as a like a baby. Your body, like, you know what I mean? Like your body is growing eggs because you're going to be born. So you already kind of exist. Half of you exist.
Half of you kind of exist. So
Yeah.
like there are 3 generations of person in one person at a time, which they said it a lot more elegantly.
And we're like, wow, that's so cool. And we're like, oh, fucking eggs,
like,
anatomically. Oh,
So
yeah.
maybe, I don't know, maybe I was in someone's balls in 1885. And I really kind of do feel like I was. I don't know where that kind of comes from, but like deep in me, I feel like I not remember like vividly remember.
You mean like past life shit?
Not even past life shit. I really do feel like I just was there, you know? Specifically like in a ball sack around that time.
Okay.
Like a sperm.
Enough with the ball sack
Like a sperm.
shit.
I think keeps crashing.
Here, I can just pull it up on mine.
Okay.
Hold on, guys. Yeah, it was an art school. We didn't have like we didn't have any sports, so yeah.
The next one comes from Quattro. Shout out Quattro.
Good smell.
Who says, I need your take on the Coachella lineup. I don't know the Coachella lineup. I gotta pull it up.
I want to go to Coachella.
Do you really?
I mean, I wanted to go in 2020 when Hatsune Miku was going to be there.
Is it 2025 or is it 2024?
It should be 2025. That one.
That's
the one, yeah. I mean, of course, Lady Gaga. Like, what the fuck?
Hold on. Let me pull this up so we can all look at it together.
It's just so expensive. And, like, logistically, and then, like, I don't even know, like, would I just go by myself? Like, you have to get people in on it, and it's like, oh, can you put down $400?
Who do we have?
Lady Gaga, Missy Elliott, Lisa, The Prodigy,
Green Day, okay.
the Go-Go's.
I'll say this. You will never catch me fucking dead at Coachella.
No, I know that.
You'll never catch me. I don't care if...
I know that.
Like, who's a celebrity?
You don't even go to concerts.
No.
You don't enjoy live music. You don't like concerts.
I absolutely
That's like your
do
magic.
not.
That's like magic of the gathering. Like you. It's the same thing.
Yeah, that's another thing that doesn't
Yo Gabba
overlap.
Gabba.
Yo Gabba Gabba's gonna be okay. Maybe now I will go.
Megan Thee Stallion, Biba Doobie, Jenny, Zed. Zed is cool. I would love to see Zed live.
I just don't get the
who
appeal.
else?
I just don't get the appeal, honestly. Like going and being like
you just
crammed.
you just don't get it because you're not. That's just not the case. There's a lot of if you want to be crammed, you will be. But there's a lot of places where you don't have to be crammed. You can be on the outside listening to the music. Ty Dolla $ign, Amine.
Amine is cool.
Or not Amine. Is that Amim? That's not
that's not
Amine.
Amine.
Yeah, that's not Amine.
Amine is cool though. Side note.
Fuck.
I really don't have any sort of thoughts. I think Megan
Horse
probably
Girl would be
has-
so fucking cool. Horse Girl's so fucking cool.
Oh, you showed me some TikToks of Horse Girl, and I guess, bro, all EDM music sounds the fucking same.
Okay.
It sounds the same. But whatever. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't. That means it's bad. Like, I actually think I get the appeal. I'm like, oh, this is cool, but it does all sound the same. Post Malone, huge Magic the Gathering fan. He actually bought the One Ring card for like $2 million. Yeah. You would go to Coachella if you could.
If it wasn't so expensive, because I've never been, and I do enjoy music, and I enjoy hearing music and going to things like that with a group of friends, because it's like it's different, when you just go with one person or whatever, like it's fun. But that's kind of like the appeal of like when I used to go to raves. It was like obviously the music was cool. I wasn't like a big EDM. Like I liked it because I was going to more raves and hearing more artists. But the other appeal was like going with a group of friends and like dancing with friends. Like I love dancing. So being able to be out and like go to these events with friends like was really cool. And I'm glad I did it. Like it would be like my friends like, oh, because I was like, I'm retired. Like I'm not going to do that. Because it was like a consistent like 2 years or 3 or 4, honestly like 3 years where I was just like, go like every
multiple times a year,
rave and anime conventions. And that's when I was like when I was younger, obviously, but now I'm just like I'm old now. I don't really want to do that, but it would have to be like a really cool lineup, like a Coachella or like something that I'm like, oh, I really want to go. Like that sounds really fun to me. But yeah, because my dad like really wants to go to like an EDM concert. He wanted to go to a rave, and I was like, no, I don't think you want to go to a rave. Father, I don't think you want to do that, to be honest.
Your dad is so funny, dude.
But I think that he would like to go to like in Vegas, some of the times they do was it EDC, and the DJs go to like the casinos where there's like like areas that they do concerts, and they'll do sets there. And I think that's more of a speed than like doing an all day like festival.
And your dad genuinely wants to go, and I think this would be more his speed. But I could see your dad at a live beatbox battle. Like
no, he wants to go to that.
That's what he that's what he wants
But
to go
he
to
wants-
that I think he should go to.
But he likes EDM.
I know. But I just like, and maybe one of those other kind of events that you were saying, he would have fun at. But like some of them, I don't know if he really knows like what goes down.
Honestly, when I went to my first rave, I didn't know what to expect. And it really did just feel like an anime convention because everyone is very nice. Like when I went, like everyone is very nice. Everyone.
But it was like, everybody was, to me, when I went, everybody was like overly nice, like suspiciously nice, like they were fucking up to something. Like they were.
Well, you weren't on drugs.
Oh, I was. And they were too, and I could see it in their fucking eyes. I could see it. They were on something and up to something.
They
and
were
I
not
just,
up to something.
bro, I felt something about it felt sneaky. I don't know.
Some people are, but most people are just trying to have a good time.
I don't trust it. When people are trying real, they did the plur or the fucking.
Oh, I know it's
whatever it is.
This one.
Oh,
I know. It's this one, and then you lock eyes, and then you do the thing.
First of all, don't touch me. Second of all, I just don't trust it. I don't trust it. Like when people are peace and love, like
it's
I don't know.
Megan and Josh go to a rave.
Mm-mm.
Oh my god! I look back on it. Damn. It's crazy. So crazy.
Yeah.
Some of so crazy. Bro. The shit I was wearing.
Okay.
Bro. Like, cause everyone's just like doing the same thing. So this is what you do, and like this is how you dress, and like fucking war flashbacks. Anyway, that plur life ain't for Josh. Yeah, he hates when people are nice to him. He fucking hates it. And he thinks you're up to something if you're nice to him.
Honestly, yes. I really, because I remember I felt the same way I felt, and this is 100% true. I remember I felt the same way when I went to a rave that I did when I went rock climbing. Indoor rock climbing. I went indoor rock climbing, and everybody there was trying to fucking be helpful. And I was like, what do you guys want?
It's just anyone like flirting with Josh ever. He's like,
I don't think it was flirting. There was somebody, I was indoor rock climbing.
We're like, oh, you should do this. And he's like, why are you fucking talking
I was
to me?
indoor rock climbing, and I was, you know, it was a little difficult. I was trying to get to the next fucking thing. And there was a guy I never met in my fucking life. And he was behind me like, you got this, bro. You got this. Dig deep. You got this, man. And I was like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck
Don't tell me to dig deep, bitch.
Yeah. And I just fucking fell off the wall on purpose. Suspicious behavior. Conrad Corbel.
I'm sorry.
I don't flip-flop. Megan is an angel. Josh is a sexy gremlin who won't go out with me or send me feet pics.
Whoa.
Maybe they just haven't gone through. Maybe they keep getting flagged and
they keep getting deleted.
They keep getting deleted, but I'll try to send them again tonight, Conrad. And I'll a sexy gremlin, like I'll take that. Because there was a gremlin in Gremlins 2 who I think was kind of sexy.
Said wood. You said wood.
Wood what?
Like wood.
Oh yeah.
Like wood.
To the gremlin.
Yes.
Wood.
Yeah. Like, hear me out.
We were watching something and there was like a creature. I'm not trying to out anybody, but this shit was so funny to me. I don't know if we said this, but there was a friend of ours, because we were talking about like crushes that we had on like animated characters as kids. And so everybody had the same like couple in common, like oh Roxanne, like
okay, Roxanne is so basic.
Okay,
though.
basic.
Like, that is not like hear me out.
You were like, you know, fucking Danny from Cats Don't Dance, whatever. And then one of our other friends was like the horse from Spirit, and we were like, what? That's just a fucking horse. And they were like, no, they made that horse sexy. They made that horse sexy. I said that was a fucking horse. Anyway,
oh my god,
that shit was funny. When you said wood, that reminded me.
Well, it's like, yeah.
Oh shit.
That's not even like Hellboy to me. It's like wood. Like yeah, no shit. Like that's not like a hear me out. Like it's not even hear me out. It's like oh that makes sense to everyone universally. I think that makes sense. in everyone's brain.
No, I get 100%. I get it. And I think Ron Perlman does a lot of that though. Like his portrayal of Hellboy, I think did
right.
that.
But I think it's the whole thing.
Did we
I think
talk
it's the
about
whole
watching the Hellboy movie? Did we talk about that?
I don't want to talk
The
about
new one, The Crooked Man?
I don't want to talk about it. That I feel like it felt like a fever dream movie.
Yeah.
Because it was just, it could have been better. It just moved from one thing to the next way too quickly.
Yeah.
And it just disregarded everything. Like, it was just like, this scene, it felt like scenes and not a movie.
Right.
There wasn't a through line. Which is like kind of like, some people say that's like kind of like a graphic novel, I guess, esque feeling, but it just felt so weird.
I'll be honest, there was some really, really, really cool shit in that movie. Really cool moments. Like there were some things that I don't think I've ever seen in a movie like that did feel very comic booky that I loved. But it was really weak in a lot of areas too, to the point that like the cool shit didn't make up for the lack of cool shit.
Yeah.
It did. You know.
I agree.
It was. It wasn't
terrible. It wasn't terrible, but it went on for fucking
but it wasn't
so
great
long. It felt so long. Oh, we also watched Folie à Deux.
Folie à Deux,
which also wasn't terrible. It could have been. I thought it
wasn't good.
It wasn't great.
It wasn't good.
I wouldn't even say it was. It was not bad. Like, it wasn't great. It was fine. Like, it wasn't like, oh my god, I need to tell people to watch this movie. Like, and I don't regret watching it.
I don't regret watching.
But it was just like.
But I don't think it was. It was not good, but it wasn't like the worst piece of dog shit I've ever seen.
That everyone was saying
it
was.
Yeah.
And it could have been a lot better, which made me sad. There was a lot of things where I'm like, damn, this could have been a really cool movie. And even with the musical aspects, like, it could have been really well done. I just think that, like, they just didn't, like, the musical numbers and stuff, like, maybe they just didn't have enough fucking budget to, like, make every song, like, a different scene, because if they did, it would have been better. But there were some times where they were just singing to each other, and I get that that's their language, but it's just like, it didn't really read.
Here's what I can't argue with. It is not a movie about the Joker. It's really just not. And so when people say, like, that's why it's bad, because it's a movie called Joker 2 that's not about the Joker.
It's a movie about the Joker, but the idea of the Joker, not the actual Joker, because the Joker is a persona that Arthur puts on. So it's a movie about Arthur and not the Joker.
Yes. And if as a movie about a person named Arthur Fleck, if I'm looking at it just as a movie about a character and a person named Arthur Fleck.
Exactly.
It's not terrible.
Exactly.
But knowing that it's supposed to be a Joker movie instead of an Arthur Fleck movie, like that's where I can see it as being a really bad Joker movie, because it's a bad Joker movie.
Tiberius.
But yeah.
Damn, son.
Thank you, Tiberius.
Where'd you find
this was better than One Piece Lies.
Eye roll emoji. Damn.
But let's move on now that we've done the super chats, because we have one more section to talk about, and I don't want it to go on for too long.
Okay, yeah.
Let's just move
and
on.
Then I have some other stuff I want to share that is anime and manga related that I'm excited to share with you guys. Basically, for this portion of the stream, we just kind of wanted to have the conversation about whether or not you should watch something if you know a good adaptation is right around the corner, or whether or not you should read something or just wait to watch it if there's a good adaptation around the corner. Kind of did this with Pluto, where at a certain point it was like, you know what, instead of just reading it, we're going to wait to watch it. And then we did. Kind of feel that way with Witch Hat Atelier. Like, you know what, I really wanted to read it, but it just feels like we're so close now. Like, I'm just going to watch it. Because like I said earlier in this stream, I personally, and I don't know, man. Like, sometimes I do, I guess I don't question. I guess I do, but I don't question why I am this way. But I think that in a world where there is just so much to consume, I understand the appeal of wanting to experience things multiple times. And even when we've done it with One Piece, it is cool to see how something is visually adapted versus how it is paneled in a comic. And I do enjoy seeing it in different mediums. I think that there is an appeal to that, specifically for me personally, within like, I guess, direction of certain like moments, but fights really too. Like fights are always going to be, to me, more entertaining in an anime than they are in a manga. But story is what I have trouble experiencing more than once. I appreciate that upon second watch, or maybe you read something and then you watch something, I appreciate the fact that you can see things, you can see more things than you might have the first time, because maybe you were focused on this, and now that you know that this is how this ends up, you can see signs of it, throughout, that you didn't notice the first time because, you weren't looking for that. But I don't know. It's almost like, I feel like, and I'm just going to be honest because I feel like I can be honest here. We only have so much time. I feel like doing things, having a life, just living in general, period. Like, we only have so much time. So to me, I would rather consume as many things as I can, as many stories as I can. And I'm just not a fan of like reading books a second time, watching movies a second time, unless it's like a Lord of the Rings situation, because we're watching Lord of the Rings now, because Megan hasn't seen it. So I'm getting to kind of rewatch it through her eyes. And it's been like 10 years since I've seen them all. So if enough time passes. So I guess bringing it back to the anime and manga point, I guess what I'm asking everybody watching, and what I'm asking you too, Megan, is like, how do you feel about it? Do you feel like it is re-experiencing the same story, just in a different medium? Does that make you less excited or eager to watch something? And because you might know that to be true about yourself, do you instead forego reading and wait to watch it instead?
I mean, I think it really, really, really depends. I think that you can enjoy a series again through a different lens, because watching the anime is like experiencing it for the first time, but differently, because you have like music and, OSTs and OPs and EDs and directional choices that are made that are different from the manga and the source material. They can differ. I think that like, even when talking about like the Wit Studios remake of the One Piece, like I think that that's going to be completely different than the one we've seen through Toei, and people are hyped about that, not just because it's One Piece, but because it's a different studio doing it. And I think that brings a lot of different things, and good or bad, and differences that you wouldn't necessarily have seen if you just stuck to the Toei one or just stuck to the manga. And it really just depends. Like, it really, really just depends. Like, with Freerin, I mean, we only read like the first volume. Personally, for me, I only read the first volume, so everything else was new. So it was like experiencing the anime for the first time. And again, like Thousand Year Blood War arc, we waited for that because we wanted that to be its own experience. And I think that's what it just depends on. If you want, it's different experience. You experience a story differently in anime and manga. So it just depends on, like, you've kind of done both, so you can just pick and choose, like, oh, I kind of just want to watch the anime for this one. Or I just want to read the manga. And you can read the manga quicker than you can watch the anime, because you might have to wait a couple years for it to come out, or you have to wait weekly for it to come out, or whatever the case may be, waiting for season 2, season 1. But I think it just depends on how you want to experience it.
Yeah, because I'll be honest, about even Dandadan, like, we watched the first 3 episodes in theaters, and that was an awesome experience. And we had talked about reacting to it, and we really wanted to, but again, just with my other job and other things that we plan on doing and want to do, like, it just was not feasible. And I don't know if maybe there's a part of me that hasn't watched it because I'm holding on to hope that like we will get to react to it. But like I haven't watched any Dan today.
That's the thing that sucks, and we've talked about it, and like no one's forcing us to do this. Like it's just like a thing where, oh, I want to hold off on that because I want to have like my clearest thoughts for if we do review it or we do talk about it to be in that moment and not like months and months and months later. And I kind of fall into that trap too. And we've talked about it a lot on the channel, but it is just like, should we wait or should we just do it or should we just watch it on our own time? And then like it feels like kind of a waste of like content not to talk about it on the channel. You know?
Sometimes, yeah, because because if we're gonna be hanging out watching something, bro, I just feel like there are so many other things to watch that we haven't experienced. So sometimes if it's just the two of us hanging out watching something, we're gonna watch an anime we haven't seen or read before, or a show that we haven't watched already, or a movie that we haven't watched, or you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the way I think I am, and I'm curious how everybody else feels about it. If I have, because we have mutual friends that are big anime fans, and it does depend on whether you enjoy the medium of manga more than you enjoy the medium of anime, for sure. Because. But again, like it's just such an interesting. There's nothing like the category, the genre of
Jesus
of anime and manga because of how it is released.
But how differently you can experience it, like that's
no, for sure.
Completely different. Like we look at Frieren and the manga is good, but I think the anime elevated the source material.
I mean, I kind of think that too.
And it just depends on who you ask and how you want to experience it. Like,
but I can tell you that I would have never watched the anime if I had read, because I read 3, maybe 4 volumes of Frieren.
Beyond Johnny Zen.
Before I stopped reading it, because I was like, you know what, I don't want to spoil the anime for myself, so I'm gonna stop. If I would have kept reading, I probably would have never watched it, and personally, I probably wouldn't have had the same connection to it that I do.
Well, yeah. And I think, specifically with Dandadan 2, it is like, I am so excited to get back into reading the manga as well, where we were at. It just feels like a thing of like, kind of taking some steps back. Like I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying seeing like scenes from it and like talking like to people that I'm just experiencing for the first time. They're like, the series is so good. Like my brother, of all fucking people, like my brother used to be a really big anime head because I was like, you need to watch Soul Eater, you need to watch this, and we were watching like Yuri on Ice, and like he used to be like really into anime because I was like, you need to watch this shit. Like
every good sibling, you force your younger siblings to be into the things you're into.
And he was in it for a while, but now he's into like music way more, video games way more, so it's like fine. But he was like, oh, have you heard of Dandadan? Or he said like Dandadan, and I was like, oh yeah. And he's like, yeah, I watched it with my friend the other day. We watched like mostly all of it. He was like, it was good, like I like it, it's funny. I was like, yeah. And I was like, dang, this is so, it feels like Dandadan, it feels so different from like when the Chainsaw Man shit was happening with like the fandom, like I mean like the fandom becoming bigger and like it becoming like so popular. That was like the first time I've seen it, and we knew it was gonna happen with Dandadan because it's like a weekly show and it's great and it's awesome. But it feels just like so different than it did with Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, and I wonder, like, because now if we were to go back and watch any of the anime, like I probably wouldn't watch all of it because that's just how I am. I would probably just watch like the Acro Silky episode. I think it was episode 7 that people were talking. That's what I mean. Like I'd probably just watch that episode, or like episodes like that. Like there's some cursed eye stuff that I don't know whether or not will be adapted, but if it is, like I'll watch that shit. Like I'll watch that episode or those episodes. But I just wonder what the experience would have been like if we hadn't have read it and just watched it. And it's just interesting because now that we've read what we've read and we've seen it get adapted and we've seen a whole new audience like connect with it. And because we've been on the other side of it with things like Frieren and stuff, I don't know. I go back and forth. I have FOMO and I'm impatient, and sometimes I know that I can, for example, like even JJK. we only watch the anime. The manga's done. Like we could find out how it ends. And there's a part
But we're
of me,
like, no.
yeah, there's a part of me that's like, damn, I really do want to know how it ends. But
Yeah.
because waiting is going to take a long time,
Mhm.
and there's a lot of risk of things being spoiled and stuff like that. But for me, that's and it is case by case for sure. But that's a series that I would rather watch than read.
Yeah.
So I also feel like I can understand it more when I watch it versus when I read it. I think even Bleach: The 1,000-Year Blood War arc, that's an exception because there's stuff that's being added. But I would much rather watch it than read it. And I don't know if I would have the same energy if I had already read it, if I knew what was going to happen. Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain. So with Witch Hat being another example that we talked about earlier, I think I'm going to wait because I want to experience, and this is all personal to Josh, right? To me, I want to experience another Frieren situation where I'm just sort of like completely taken over by this anime week to week because I don't know what's coming. And even though the mangas are beautiful and I have 5 of them and I want to collect all of them, and there's a part of me that still thinks I might read after the anime. I don't know. Like I do want to wait to experience it in the anime for the very first time. I want that to be my first experience with it.
I feel that.
But when you recommend things to people, Megan and everybody here, like, do you tell people to read something or watch something? Like, do you recommend one more than the other?
I say reading One Piece more than the anime. That's like one that and also Berserk.
Yes, of course. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, like, just like the ones that are like a no-brainer. Like, oh yeah, that's probably a better adaptation.
And read JoJo because you never know when the fuck that shit's gonna get adapted.
Yeah, but things like that.
Which Steel Ball Run, Viz finally announced that the manga is gonna start releasing 2025, summer 2025. And I'm collecting every single fucking volume of that manga. It's like, it's over. It's done. I've been holding in my pee.
I thought, that was crazy.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Can you hold it down? I'll be back.
Hi. Mara said, I got here late. Let's see, Danny not hitting for the I mean, it's just a thing that we've read before. I wouldn't say like the anime is doing really well in the adaptation. I would just say that like I am more excited to read the manga just because it's newer to me than like rewatching something that I've already seen before. And that's kind of what it is about 1,000-Year Blood War arc. Like, I haven't read the manga, experiencing it for the first time, watching in the anime, and it's been really fun because it is like fresh and new, but at the same time, like not, because I've known these characters up until this point. And same thing with JJK. I've only seen the anime ever. I've never read the manga, so it's good. But yeah, Zigzag said Chainsaw Man also is very good, but the manga is better, like 8 next to a 9. I agree. Chainsaw Man was good. I think that like the vibe was a little more desolate than like it felt like in the manga, but that could just be me. I know people are like, where's the colorful? Like, I don't think it was about the coloring. It was just a little bit more slow, I guess. But
also,
yeah,
I want to say too that because I heard you talking about it when I was in the bathroom, I want to be very clear. The anime is fucking killing it.
Yeah.
The Dan to Dan anime, they're fucking crushing it. We saw 3 episodes, absolutely incredible, amazing, awesome. And from what I've seen, I've tried to avoid clips and I've tried to avoid stuff, but obviously some things still come up in the timeline. But even in the Acro Silky episode, it looks like they're knocking shit out of the fucking park.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a matter of like, is the adaptation good or not? But that's the other thing too. Like, if I'm going to say that certain adaptations elevate the source material, I don't know. If I'm going to say certain things elevate the source material, then it seems obvious to experience the elevated version for the first time. And that's just my personal like feelings about it. Like everybody's going to have different feelings about it. Some people are going to think that the adaptation is good, but doesn't necessarily elevate anything, which is like, again, fine. But yeah, I don't know. It's about like picking and choosing, because there are some that I can't help but read, and Dan is definitely one of them. Even Look Back coming out recently, the trailer looked absolutely fucking stunning, and that is something that I do want to watch just because of the quality that it seems to have. Like they put their whole fucking pussy into that shit. Like visually, it looks stunning. It looks so close to Fujimoto's art style. But I guess it's not as high on my priority list because, again, we've already read it. But then again, there's just FOMO. Like I go online and I see people talking about it, and I'm like, damn, I want to watch it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a fickle bitch. I'm a fickle bitch. Is Tony? Oh, I thought you were trying to put his little sweater on.
I am. Oh. His headphones are caught on him. Hold on, Tony.
He's just trying to listen. He's trying to hear what's going on.
Say hi. I haven't had a Tony shot in a while.
Does he look bigger?
I can't see the.
Does he look grown?
Yay, Tony! He has a little sweater. Let me see if I can get it on him.
Ain't no way you're getting that shit on him right now. Oh, maybe actually. He's ready for the fucking holidays, bro.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Oh, you did. I thought he was gonna fight you.
Jingle all the way. Tony's cute. He's a cutie, and he's sleepy too. Hee hee.
I think we got another super chat from Beans.
That's more?
Personally, the Dan anime feels like I'm reading it for the first time again. It's a very rare adaptation. I don't get this feeling often, if ever. See, and again, that's... I do feel that. Like, I really feel like this is a special case. I again, from what we've seen, would echo that. Like, it feels special. It feels different. And that's why there's a part of me that does want to watch it. It's just this thing I got to get over, I guess. I guess it's just a personal thing. Because I don't know, maybe other people don't struggle with it as much as I do. But it's the same. I don't know. I'm just psychoanalyzing myself at this point. It's the same reason that I can't get into other like hobbies. Like I've talked about like a long time ago, like video games, and how it's so hard for me to get into video games because something about just like sitting there, playing a game makes me feel like there's a better use of my time. Like that I'm doing something that is not maximizing my time. And I guess when I rewatch something that I've already read, I have that same feeling. Like I'm sitting there and I think to myself, yes, it is elevating the source material. It is adapting it in a new way, but I know what happens. I know these characters. I know how this is going to end up. So like, what am I really doing? I should do something else. I should experience something new. What does that say about me? Any psychologists in the chat right now?
Starin said you should watch the anime weekly and read stuff that's still not announced. That's kind of like what we do.
Yeah, I think that's yeah.
We don't see like an anime get announced and go, oh, I'm going to read the manga now.
Because there are some volume ones that we talked about wanting to do that probably will get. But see, and that's the thing too about volume ones that I really like. Reading just one volume of something is like, oh damn, I like that. That shit was cool. And then waiting for the anime. Like that's something that I've been really enjoying too. For example, Gotcha Kuda is getting adapted. Pretty sure. Almost positive.
I think it is.
Maybe there was even a trailer potentially or a teaser or something. But that's a volume 1 we want to do. So like reading the first volume, seeing how we like it, and even if we really like it, waiting and going, damn, now I'm excited to watch it because we don't know everything that's going to happen. Yeah. I guess I'm just like I'm learning from this conversation that I'm just a fucking weirdo.
You're a fucking weirdo.
I'm a fucking weirdo. It is something in my brain that stops me from I don't know, from doing something like that. What does it mean, Megan? Tony, what does it mean? Tony, help.
He's answering you.
Tony, can you see yourself?
I think he can.
Is that why you're reacting?
I think that's why he's barking. He barks at dogs on the... He barks at himself in the mirror. He barks at dogs on TV.
Tony, can you help me, please? I don't know. I don't know why I'm like that.
Put the mic in front of his...
Tony, help me. I guess that could be a part of it, but there has to be something deeper than that. Like, let's go deeper.
He's sad for you.
I mean, rip me to shreds, dude. Like, peel me apart. Like, peel me back. Peel back the layers.
He's over it now.
Yeah, he knows it's him now, and he's like, it's not fun anymore. All right, whatever. I tried. Thank you, dude.
Can someone clip that?
Speaking of things, by the way, that are coming out that I'm excited about in manga form that I don't know are gonna get, if they're gonna get announced or not. Have you guys heard anything about, and maybe I'm just late to the game, but have you guys heard anything about a manga called Versus?
Versus?
Now, why this is exciting to me is because this is by one who has done obviously Mob Psycho and One Punch Man.
Mm-hmm.
This is their new manga. The cover alone, I'm intrigued.
You're intrigued.
I'm interested. I'm kind of hooked. Don't know anything about it. Don't know anything. But I just know that it's the same guy that did Mob. And the cover looks fucking cool. And that's enough. We actually bought the physical volume. We have it. And that's another volume 1 that we want to do. Has anybody heard anything about it? I'm gonna switch back. Written by one. Interesting. Steve said yes. Steve, have you... Brandon said, oh yeah, the new manga by one. Without spoiling anything, have you guys read it? And if you have read any of it, like, what did you think about it? Without giving anything away.
Damn, Zigzag, the cover looks generic as hell, TBH.
Damn, Zigzag.
At least you're honest, bro.
I mean, I do respect the honesty, Zigzag. Yeah. And that's why we love Zigzag. I wonder if one is trying to do something different from what he's already done. Like if the tone will be the same or not. Starin said, I've read some of it. I think the first few chapters is a cool concept they can really push. Okay. Didn't one make Bug Ego too? Let me look up Bug Ego. Let me see what that's all about. Steve said haven't read it yet. Yeah, I don't know. I'm intrigued. I'm interested. I want to see where it goes. I've seen a couple people say that the concept seems interesting, but I don't even know what the concept is. I didn't even read the back because I kind of wanted to go in like blind. I was just wondering if anybody in the community, Bug Ego manga. I was curious to see if anybody was going to be like, it's bad. Don't read it. It's not good. Let me see. Bug Ego.
Whoa, that looks cool.
Bro, this looks really cool. Is this still ongoing? What the fuck?
It looks like freaking what's his name? The little boy. The anime that I really like. I forgot.
Kotaro.
Yeah, Kotaro lives alone right there.
Is this on? This shit looks fucking dope, bro. Yo. Bug Ego. I'm writing that down. Bug Ego. I saw the Viz page for it. That usually will say whether it's going on or not. New chapter coming December 18. Is it by one? Oh yeah, it's by one. It's a short. No, not a short story. It's just a story by one.
Life hacks take on a whole new meaning when two students exploit glitches that distort reality. I was reading that.
Sorry.
You always do that.
Because I want everybody to read it with us. When you start reading, I'm like, oh, I want everybody to see what you're reading. Yeah. Apparently, it's still going on. This is one is doing 2 stories right now. Tony, get your ass fucking down. Why is your ass up like that?
He was what?
Why is your ass up like that?
I have a dongo right here to help with my posture. Okay, now he's just on the table.
Okay, so Bug Ego might be newer then because it doesn't have as many chapters out. Interesting.
Oh, hold on, Tony.
The wizard guy is a loud guy. Wild hook on the first chapter for Bug Ego. I don't think one can do anything bad. I'm kind of with you, Doran. Tony seemed interested for a moment there.
He was looking at the screen. It was funny.
It's okay. This is Starin responding to Doran about like it being crazy. It's bizarre, and the implications and potential for strangeness and obscure ideas is wild. I don't know which one I'm more interested in now. I want to read Bug Ego. The crazy glitches have wild ripple effects. It's sweet. Okay. This is why I fucking love you guys. Philip said, when I started reading verses, I was afraid that it was going to be generic, but it's getting more and more insane with each chapter. Just started Bug Ego, and it's interesting.
You want Bug Ego now?
I mean, the art, come on, dude. Why not both? Yeah, dude, I want to read both. So, yeah. I know we talked about... Oh, this was something else that I had just, like, tabbed. And just the cover looked kind of cool. I want to show it again. This right here. Yeah. I know we said it a million times, but we showed verses, Gachakuda and Kagurabachi are actually like physical volumes that we have, and that we want to cover soon. We did Demons of the Shadow Realm. That was really good. So hopefully we'll be able to get to those soon. The Reverie was the thing that we couldn't talk about. That was a thing that like, so when we had showed those volumes for the first time, and we were like, we'll get to them soon, but we can't promise when we'll get to them. It's because the Reverie, on top of everything else, was like a lot of additional planning that Megan was doing a lot of, like coordinating that Megan was doing a lot of. Like I was, going back and forth with Beans, who was a fucking legend, because I really didn't have to give this man a single fucking note on anything. I just kind of told him the idea, and he just kept sending me drafts and drafts and drafts of like, as he was getting like closer and closer to finalizing it. Never had any fucking thing to add, to change. Like super easy to work with him on that. But it was like figuring that out, figuring the trailer out, doing all that. So we didn't want to overpromise and say these volume ones, we're gonna do them super soon.
Yeah.
But now that that's kind of out of the way, now that that's kind of like in the books, we can start getting back to working on recording some videos that we've been wanting to record for a very long time. And I know we always say that it's the story of fucking volume 1, but with 2 people and now an additional job on top of that, it's tough. But We love it. Right, Tony?
Tony.
Gotta get a Tony cam.
I think he'll look. Yeah, he'll see himself, and then he'll like stare for a while, and then he'll get disinterested.
Oh.
Yeah, I have to make it big. Who is that, Tony? Is that you?
Who is that? Who is that?
Before I couldn't even hold him up here. He'd get so crazy, but now he's kind of chill.
Yeah, he is chill.
He's one. He got turned 1 in December. Volume 1.
Volume 1.
Woo. He's like, let me get up there.
Let me really inspect that shit.
Okay, Bone Town. There we go. All right.
Mara said, did Bug Ego just drop 4 chapters all at once on Monday? I never started manga before, like 20 chapters though.
I'll be right back.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, did it just is it that new? It's kind of funny that Josh was satisfied and happy while I was in my mind like, does he have any notes? I mean, I really didn't. If I did, I would have told you, but Beans, that's what happens when you're that fucking good. One day he'll take over the show. Yeah. I'm going to look and see if there's a date on it. Like, when did it come out? Does it say? Oh, it does say. Oh, yeah. They all came out on the same day. November 18th. So this fucking just came out. On Monday. Yeah. And it's not coming out. The next chapter's not coming out until December 18th. Interesting. Okay. It's a good time to be a manga fan. Oh, damn. I'm shaking the whole table. Fuck.
Really?
Damn, I'm shaking the whole table. But yeah. See, I was just scrolling for 1 second. Saw some fucking Dan shit.
Yeah, Dan's popular.
Yeah, I want to get back to it ASAP. So hopefully we'll be able to do that soon. Like I mentioned earlier, and I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. The new job is a retail job. I said that earlier. I don't know if I've said that before, but it is a retail job. So holidays are gonna be fucking crazy. Okay, I'm ready though. I'm ready.
You better watch out.
If you think retail
you better
on the holidays
not
can break me,
cry.
you got another thing coming.
You better not pout. I'm telling you why. What is not Santa Claus? It's something else.
Karens are coming to town.
Brother, are you freaking SNL?
Yeah, that is a very SNL thing to say and to do. They would have a whole ass sketch about that.
Fucking Moodang.
God, fucking SNL. They've lost the fucking plot. You think anybody working there thinks that it's funny? You think anybody working at SNL is like, this shit is funny? because
There was one. Oh, yeah, that was that one.
What?
I forgot.
Which
a
one?
Sketch that I liked. It was funny. It was like a parody of the Japanese show, where they send kids out on errands.
Oh, you did.
It was just like a girlfriend sending her boyfriend to Sephora to find like makeup products, and he has like screenshots and things, and he still can't. Like, it was just funny. That was funny. It was pretty funny.
But yeah, so retail's gonna be fucking crazy during the holidays. But you know what?
You better watch.
But you know what?
out.
I'm fucking ready, dude. Sound the fucking war horn.
You better not cry. That's such a crazy song.
I'm hoping in January or February things will start. Like my schedule will be like a little bit more open and a little bit more consistent, and we'll be able to plan things out more. No, never. It's never happening.
Never gonna happen. I went to Disneyland for my dad's birthday.
Oh yeah, you did.
And it was fun. There was like a cool ride. It's like I forgot what it's called, but it was like ask me like a question, like riddle me this, bitch. Why did it take so long for Disneyland to make an actual ride based off of Mickey and Minnie and like Donald and Goofy and Daisy?
Because I feel like no one gives a fuck about
Toontown. They had the houses, which were cool, but I don't even think they have those anymore. Like it's not as in depth as it was or used to be.
Because Mickey's a mascot. No one gives a fuck about the mascot.
Okay, he's the star.
You would think
Anyway,
that, but
they sing like a song and it's like nothing can stop us now.
that's scary.
It's not
Do you
scary.
think that's speaking to them like being a monopoly and nobody like physically or financially being able to stop them from taking over the world?
Nothing can stop us now. and me and my brother kept singing it and it was so funny. It's like about the plot is, and the plot got lost, but the plot is you walk into this room and there's a screen and they're like, oh, you know, welcome to the Mickey Minnie, whatever the fuck. And you watch a small cartoon, like a short cartoon. And then out of nowhere, like the cartoon becomes like fucking 4D. And then you're transported into like the 3D, like not 3D, but like the 2D world. And that shit was fucking fucking laughed so hard because like something happens where there's like an explosion and then below the screen like it explodes and the door opens and a bunch of fucking fog comes out. But the fog was like insane, Josh. Like, it was at a crazy amount. Like they did not need it because it blasts the people in the front row. It's like and people are immersed in the fog. I was like, oh my god. And then we went on the ride and you're on like Goofy has like and Goofy says some crazy shit. He was like, this is why. He's like, I guess why. This is why I wear the pants and Pluto doesn't. And I was like, whoa.
That's crazy.
That seems a little
But Goofy,
crazy.
yeah, Goofy is kind of crazy like that, depending on which version of Goofy you're getting.
Yeah.
I'm a bigger fan of like the Goofy who's just trying his absolute hardest to be like a good dad.
Well, there's
and not
like
this
a
other fucking caricature goofball guy.
there's a Christmas this is a deep cut, but there's a Christmas collection of Disney shorts. And there's one specifically, it's 3D, when Max brings his like college girlfriend home and he's so nervous that like Goofy's gonna fuck it up like he always does and she's gonna hate Goofy and think he's like so fucking annoying. And he's like singing this song about he just wants his dad to make him look good and not to be weird because he's gonna propose to this girl. I think he's like, this is the one type shit. And of course she's like, no, your dad's really cool. Like he's really funny and he's really sweet. So like, why would you be scared of anyone not liking your dad? Like he's always scared about people not liking Goofy. Like, bitch, everyone loves Goofy. Like,
yeah, I think you talked about this before. I know you talked to me about this before, and I asked you. I asked you where we could find it because I need to watch this.
I could find it.
We could watch it right now. You think? Or you think we could watch it like we could stream it maybe on like Disney Plus or something? Oh, it's a 3D. Yeah. Okay, I remember now. Oh my god. Okay, so the whole thing is on YouTube. Okay. The whole thing. This looks like the Mickey Mouse Club kind of 3D animation right there.
The song is good too. But he's like so grown up and he's like, anyway.
Oh, they got Goofy as a bellhop.
They do fucked up shit.
They do fucked up shit to Goofy. Goofy has no continuity. Like, what? Like, who is he?
I don't know.
Like, who is he really?
No, they tried to show us in the Extremely Goofy movie, which is the elite movie.
We've had this argument a million times before, and I'm just not having it with you anymore.
Because he gets to find happiness. The other one he doesn't. It's all about fucking Max.
It's not all about Max at all.
Yes,
actually.
it is.
It's actually not.
Yes, it is. That's
It's a
what's
lot about
so
Max.
crazy.
It's a lot about
it's
Max.
always about Max. But Extremely Goofy movie goes into Nookie.
Oh, don't. Save that. If you enjoy watching the Samurai Champloo reactions, then that's coming. Nookie's coming.
It's on Disney Plus. Nookie's coming. Best believe you, Nookie's coming, y'all. Oh, chat. Yeah. You just don't get it. You just really don't get it.
You don't get it. And I think that as an adult,
you're just blinded by the 90s fucking nostalgia that like is embedded in your brain and embedded in your veins for some reason. You have this idea
that everything that happens in the 90s, people just like love it because of nostalgia, or they love it because it's cool to like it. Therefore, it invalidates everything that came out in the 90s because it's just trendy or a trend to be like a 90s
No,
kid.
but you got to
When I
see
was
Goofy. You got to see
actually-
Goofy because Goofy's a single dad. Okay, he's going through a lot. Okay, he's going to be an empty nester. Okay, and he doesn't have anyone, and he goes to college and gets to experience happiness and fun for the first time in a long time, and someone that actually sees him for who he is and not just a dad.
Okay, yeah, there's beautiful things. There's beautiful things about it. But I always
Bishna said, "Yeah, I agree with Megan. The first one is just about Max being horny. So that's what you like. You fucking gooner. That's why you like it.
bruh,
I like
a goofy gooner.
I like.
I'm just saying it's about more than Max being fucking horny, okay? It's about
Him being ungrateful for going on a road trip with his dad.
him realizing that, your dad he's a little corny. Parents can be a little corny, and we're all afraid of becoming our parents. But just because our parents are corny doesn't mean that they're not trying their absolute fucking hardest. And all they
But
want.
Goofy's an actual good dad.
No,
though.
he is a good dad. He's
So
a
like
fucking
Max
great dad.
needs to like relax. He could have fucking what's his name as a dad.
Pete? Or
Yes.
No, fucking, what's his name?
Pete.
Pete's dad? PJ.
Pete.
No, PJ and Pete. Yeah, Pete.
Pete, bro, that scene. The only good thing to come out of that fucking movie
Is the jacuzzi.
is the jacuzzi scene. That shit hit. That shit hit, and you could like, I could like smell the like fucking
Oh, I
chlorine.
can smell Pete in that fucking shit for sure. I could
No,
smell
Pete.
the Pete
No.
water.
Pete smells good.
No, he does
I can
not.
guarantee you that
smells
man
like-
smells like cologne.
No,
like
yeah, cologne, but cologne mixed with jacuzzi water?
No,
that's
no,
what
no,
he
no.
smells like all the time.
Sure, but I don't think he smells bad. He has that like, I know I can get to a rank point, so I'm going to make sure that I always smell good.
What did he say? He was like roasting the fuck out of
No,
Goofy.
he was. He was.
He's like, your kid's bad, Goof.
Yeah, he's like, no, your kid doesn't fucking respect you, Goof. He's never gonna fucking respect you because you're a fucking dipshit. And then he was like, and then he looked at him like,
And he gets out of the
Yeah.
he's like, I can't do a Goofy or a Pete impression, but he's like,
but Goofy being like sad and serious is
Yeah.
harder than regular Goofy. He's like,
bro.
well, I don't care what you think, Pete. He has like a country accent.
No, he kind of does.
Yeah, he's kind of
He's kind
country.
of cool like that.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't do it. I was gonna try, but it's just gonna embarrass me and
Let me see. Goofy jacuzzi.
There is something about seeing a serious, sad Goofy, like
Oh fuck.
taking the goofiest character and just making him like the most emotional character is
Yeah, I love
genius.
it.
A stroke of fucking genius.
Yeah, dude, like him like facing his like getting out like his saggy ass shorts, getting out of the fucking jacuzzi, and then like like they're like really going like getting into it.
no, the
They're
saggy.
really getting in. Like, watch, he's gonna stand up. Like right now, I just rewound a little bit, and he's telling him like he's never gonna respect you. Like we fucking
Okay,
like he
don't
hates
show all of
you.
it. Even like this, you gotta be careful.
You can really.
Yeah, literally.
That's
Even like that. But
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
yeah. Something
his
about the
saggy-ass shorts.
saggy ass shorts.
And then he's like, his back's turned, and he's still talking shit. And he turns and like, look at that. That's a scene, bitch.
That's a fucking scene.
And then he's like, shut up, Goof. Like, no one, he fucking respects me.
no, he goes, my kid loves me. And
yeah.
He goes,
Well,
my kid respects me.
Yeah, dude.
Woo!
Yeah.
And that's
yeah.
from the first
yeah.
movie.
Yeah. And you know what's fucking insane? Pete has a kid.
Yeah.
Goofy has a kid.
Yeah. We're the moms.
No, Mickey and Minnie.
Oh, they
They
don't.
don't have kids.
Well, Minnie can't have kids.
That's so sad.
That's fucked up. She just can't have
I
kids.
know, that's sad. I just thought of that. Well, okay, Daisy and Donald don't. They have nephews.
Well, that's a choice. They don't want to.
They made it clear.
They did, like, I think.
That's sad.
But Minnie tried.
Stop.
Minnie tried.
Stop. Is that true? They don't have kids, right?
And they could adopt, and maybe they should adopt.
They have
honestly.
Pluto.
That's not a fucking kid. That's a dog.
That's their baby, though.
That's their fucking dog.
Have never been depicted having children.
Because they, not it's a very real thing. They, some people can't, and or some people don't want kids, and that's, I think, Daisy and what's her name? Is her name Daisy?
Daisy and Donald.
Yeah, Daisy and Donald.
They have nephews. They have enough.
Right. They
They're
get
like-
it.
they-
They
they're
get it through the nephews.
Exactly.
Right. And they're kind of like parents sometimes, or like maybe godparents, in some aspects. But yeah. Anyway, that movie is great. Absolutely fantastic. I think we got a fucking incredibly generous super chat from Jonathan R.
Jonathan R, thank you.
Shout out Jonathan R. Let's be real. Max's issue wasn't about being horny. It was like every kid or teen in the 90s had an issue on they were embarrassed of their parents because our peers would roast the shit out of us because of them. Different times.
Now people will be like, why are you so mean to your fucking dad? You know, honestly, now they would roast you for being like an asshole.
90s kids were like really embarrassed of their parents. And I guess like that still exists. Like that didn't go away, but it was, I do feel like it was different.
Yeah.
But now it's because everybody's mom's on fucking social media or some shit. You know what I mean? Everybody's mom's trying to be a TikTok star.
Or something else.
Or maybe OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? So it's just different now.
It's a different beast.
It is a different beast. Can you imagine?
It's a different beast.
Can you imagine?
Well, I'll be like, I used to have a YouTube channel. I used to have a YouTube channel.
Jonathan R, because he always adds that Hestia Lisan Al Gaib to his chats. It made me realize that or remember that I want to watch the fucking new Dune show. It came out, episode 1 came out. I'm trying to watch that shit today or tomorrow. I'm trying to learn about the fucking Bene Gesserit, and I tried to see some reviews, and people are a little. You gotta finish it. There you go.
I don't know how it goes.
People say if you like Dune, then you're gonna fucking love this show.
You fucking gonna hate it.
But if you don't really care about Dune, then this show it like really leans into. As it fucking should.
I never even see the first one. I only saw the second one.
But you liked it.
I mean, it wasn't bad.
I don't know.
I just didn't really have like. I mean, it was like it's exactly what. I mean, it's exactly. I like being called Lisan Gaib, but I like that more than the actual movie.
Well, because you need to watch.
I don't need to watch anything.
More.
I don't need to watch more. I don't need to watch anything. Mugiwara no Goofy, thank you so much. Shout out.
Shout out Mugiwara no Goofy.
Just got in here in time for Disney characters. Can we talk about why Pluto's a dog and Goofy's also a dog, but with more rights? No, literally, that shit was so fucking insane. I was just talking about how I went on a ride at Disneyland and Goofy literally made a joke about that. He said, like, this is why I wear pants and Pluto doesn't. Implying that like he has a smarter brain. Like I was shook.
He's a more developed individual.
I was shook. I was like, why would they put that in? Because then it makes like, why is he roasting him too for being a dog?
Yeah, right, literally.
Well, this is why is he comparing? Why is he comparing? Why is he comparing him to him?
That's what I'm saying. Because he like
he already knows he's trying to get ahead of it
in this universe. In this ride,
exactly.
He knows that he's the same fucking species as Pluto.
But he's saying, I'm better. I'm fucking smarter. And like the whole ride, he's fucking up. We're in it like it was just really eye-opening. I literally turned to my brother and went, wow, they made a choice.
They massacred my boy.
And like Pluto's honestly, so cute during the ride. He's so sweet.
Oh, so Pluto was the one fucking up.
No, Goofy was. He was riding and then he's like, well, I guess I saved the day, and that's why I wear the pants and Pluto doesn't. And he just threw a fucking stray at Pluto, like for no fucking reason.
Pluto, no one was fucking talking about Pluto.
Like Pluto doesn't even know he said that. Like he's just being a hater.
He can't understand. He can't understand.
Yeah, he can't understand.
And I think it's so fucked up because, I mean, we're talking to Mugiwara no Goofy literally in the name.
Right.
This man is a fucking like stand for Goofy, as am I. Like being a 90s kid growing up with the Goofy movie, like Goofy is my guy.
Oh, you like Goofy more than Max?
Absolutely. I always connected to Goofy more than Max. Always.
You're Max. You're literally, I could see you self-inserting Beverly Hills 90210. Your ass in fucking Virginia. You're like, fuck, I wish I could be in California right now.
Hell no, bro. Because I mean,
in Beverly Hills.
The only time I related to Max was when he had the nightmare that he was turning into Goofy, because I was like, that's me. Like I have a fucking nightmare I'm turning into my dad like that. I could relate to it, but Goofy was always the man. And honestly, fucking what's his name was more the man than anybody. Fucking Pauly Shore's character.
Oh, give me a break.
Leaning Tower of
Oh,
Pisa.
fuck off. That's the best thing he said all fucking the whole thing. That's it.
Nah, you're tripping.
No, PJ's the GOAT.
No, the best thing he said the whole fucking movie was when the girl got up to give the speech at school and he's like, He's like, whatever her name was, like Lisa or something. He's like, yo, Lisa, talk to me, baby. And she's like, what the fuck? So funny. He's the best.
No.
But I'm just tired of the fucking slander, dude. You know,
who?
of the goofy, like the goofy slander, the fact that they would build this whole ride and make Goofy, like, I don't think that's very on brand for Goofy to say something like that to Pluto. They're making him a villain.
Right. Well, they're making him put Pluto down.
Crazy.
You know, he's not allowed to think freely because he's a fictional character. So they're putting that on him.
Because I always feel like, I don't know if you guys ever said, there was a movie with these dinosaurs and they ate fucking cereal that made them smart. And maybe I think it's kind of that situation with Goofy and Pluto. Like maybe Goofy got some brain grain cereal, got smart, but he was a dog like Pluto once. But Pluto didn't get any of the cereal. I
don't know. I mean, it's very odd. It's
odd.
Very
odd.
It's
a weird choice. It's a weird choice.
Nothing can stop us now.
And I think people don't, people, sometimes I don't think they were ready for how much we would question things in the future. I think someone was just kind of like.
But it's like, why not give Mickey a cat?
You know what's crazy?
Then it would clear everything.
There aren't really
because you can't give
are there cats? There's not
because he's a mouse. You can't give a fucking mouse a cat.
That'd be
pet.
kind of funny, right?
It'd be funnier than a dog.
Well, because it'd make more sense, right?
Yeah.
It's like imagine giving giant Jerry's a Tom. You know what I'm saying?
Giant Jerry's.
That'd be kind of funny, dude. And at least I'd be like, I get the joke. Because cats are always hunting mice.
He just has a dog.
Mice,
just a yellow dog.
Yeah, have a cat.
And no, because Pete's a cat.
Is Pete a cat?
Pete's a cat. Pete is a cat.
Is Pete really a cat?
Yes. Pete.
And PJ are fucking cats?
Pete, cat or dog. Tony, don't bite that. He's an
anthropomorphic cat. Oh, hell no.
His goof troop, Peg.
The fuck did they make? What?
Whoa, this isn't the fucking TV show. I've never seen fucking Pete's wife.
And she's a dog. That ain't a fucking cat. What the fuck?
There's a whole lore.
Oh my god. Point is,
fucking Pixar mummification right here.
Really, they should have made him a cat. Goofy.
Anyway. We're back. Did we go out?
No. We're Back is the name of the movie where they eat the cereal. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's so good. And now talk about a fucking
So the
weird
Goof
movie.
Troop is a show. Okay, so this was probably before the movies then.
Oh, the Goof Troop, of course. Yeah, the Goof
I never
Troop
heard
is
of that
classic.
shit. I never heard of that shit. So then you don't know the fucking mom? You don't know Pete's mom?
I will admit that I did forget about Pete's mom. Yes. This is not the best picture, and I don't know why fucking Goofy is here, but
because
Goofy
it's the Goof
here.
Troop. He's in the fucking show.
No, I know, but it looks like he's trying to steal Pete's wife, and maybe he does at a certain point. I don't know. Because why is Goofy photobombing? This is a family photo. It looks like Pete's cropped out.
Because he's their neighbor, okay, and Pete's I guess they're BFFs. That's his bestie.
Which is an interesting relationship, one of them is just Pete's just bullying
And
Goofy
where's
all
Mickey?
the time. Because they don't hang out with Mickey.
They don't. I'm telling you, they don't. Donald doesn't even hang out with Mickey.
No one fucking hangs out with Mickey because they're fucking vanilla. They're so vanilla. Oh, I can't even. I'm just getting sick to my stomach imagining going to fucking Mickey's house, having fucking dinner and with Mickey and Minnie. Oh, prudes.
Oh no. I think that Mickey has a temper.
Oh, fuck.
I think he does. It turns into you don't want it to turn into anything. You go in with the best intentions, but you just know Mickey's gonna start some shit. You just know that anything can set him off. And I think that that's why they just avoid him entirely. They'll see him at events or functions, but other than that, Mickey and Minnie do stay on their own.
Yeah.
Jonathan R, thank you so much for the dono.
Shout out Jonathan R.
This is going way back, but yeah, Pete has a dog, wife, seen on Goof Troop. It was before the movie, just like Darkwing Duck exists in the same area as DuckTales.
Right. Bro, a
Is
dog
Pete-
wife?
Is Pete's daughter a mouse? Yeah, she looks like a mouse.
This is a very blurry photo, but this is the poster or like the cover for We're Back.
What a fucking crazy title as well.
We're Back. Bro, let me like the shortest synopsis for this movie. First of all, this movie opens.
You told me about this movie.
Oh, okay.
And I've seen this movie before,
You
but
have?
whoever, I mean, like bits and pieces.
The T-Rex is John Goodman, right? And the movie opens with him, the T-Rex golfing, right? And he's like, "Let me tell you a story."
Okay.
And he tells you a story about like, this basically it's about a kid who runs away from home and joins an evil circus that, it belongs to, like, there's a man who's created a dream machine and his brother has a screw for an eye in an evil circus. And it's about a New York kid who's running away from home. It's a good movie though. It's one of those Bluth, the Dom Bluth or whatever the fuck I think it is movies.
Oh, like the Fievel.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to love those. I really liked those. It was like, I don't think Secret of Nim is one of those.
I think it might be.
Because I like Secret of Nim.
It might not be, but yeah, like, okay, I just got a little
Pistol
distracted. Pistol Pete
is her
the name of Goofy's daughter. I mean, Pete's daughter.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Pete, you need a DNA test for that one, bro. I don't know. It looks like your wife cheated on you. Because
I think that she has those ears. They're just covered with hair, which is kind of disturbing as well.
Wait.
No, they definitely are. She definitely has those ears because she doesn't have ears at all. She just has hoops. You just see the hoops, but you don't see the ears.
Right. I see the someone cosplayed her. That's so crazy. This is probably a porn parody. I'm not going to even lie.
It's the demand. Please cosplay Peg.
For real. Yeah, so this is their dynamic right here. Oops, sorry. Opened it up in the wrong. Where is it? Right here. This is the dynamic.
Right.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. I really don't know how to feel about it. It does seem like, I don't know. I feel like there's some chemistry maybe between like Pete's wife and Goofy. Maybe we're just not.
People are saying that she had the hots for him.
Okay, see,
but I never watched the show.
See,
she was a real estate.
No
wonder. Happening?
No wonder Pete fucking bullies Goofy, because Pete's wife wants Goofy more than Pete. It's all making sense. All the pieces.
I don't know, man. There's some crazy images on here.
Oh my God, Megan. Whoa, what the fuck?
Okay, you're lying.
No, you're literally looking at the craziest shit.
Literally not. It's gone.
Anyway.
What the fuck?
And poor PJ too. He's just kind of in the middle of all this shit. But can I say this? Despite his circumstance, PJ, Megan, stop looking at this shit. Despite his circumstance, PJ came out all right. He really did. He really did. Like, look at this guy. And Megan is looking at feet pics right now. PJ came out all right. Really did.
Why are there so many?
She went down
Why are there so many?
Feet pic rabbit hole.
Why are there so many though? And why is it like the only thing? Okay.
Peg, type in Peg, Pete, feet.
Don't. I don't want to see Pete's feet.
Bro, this is what Megan is looking at.
Bro.
This is
okay, but why are there so many images? Like,
hold on, I'm not gonna pull up all of these images.
No, just do that one. Do that one.
This one?
Yeah, do that one.
Oh my God.
Do that one. Why are there so many though? I guess it's such like a fucking.
No, I'll do this one first.
It's such.
This is what Megan is. I look over, and this is what she's looking at.
It's such
diabolical.
It's such a niche that like you're like, oh, somebody like needs like this was a demand again.
Diabolical. Crazy.
I mean, there's so many images, guys. Like, is that just every character that's ever existed?
Probably. I mean, you probably type in any character.
There's so
and then
many.
feet.
There's
and then-
so many. There's screenshots of her in the cartoon. It shows
Bro, yeah,
feet.
that's crazy.
Down the worst.
That's when you're fucking down bad when you're screenshotting
worst.
shit like that.
Bro.
And you're sharing that. Like, this is the best quality I could find, guys. Has anybody found anything better? Just wondering. Found gold in episode 12.
Oh my god. Okay.
This is fucking diabolical.
Oh my god.
This is fucking crazy. And why would they make, no wonder, because Goofy's a dog and his wife is a dog and Pete's wife is a dog. So, of course, there's connections. The dogs. But what, Pete is a cat? I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Anyways, guys.
Asking for a friend. What did Quattro say?
No, that I was just asking, like, where'd you get that? Like,
What
are we doing?
What are we doing?
I don't know, dude.
Peg boss.
Oh,
This is
so
a classic
insane.
volume. Look. Can anyone upscale this picture? Look, it's been a while, and this is what we love doing. And we wanted to have something for the thumbnail. We can't have fucking Peg's feet in the thumbnail.
We probably could.
I probably could. Probably should. This probably get fucking quadruple the views. I thought it was an interesting topic of conversation, anime and manga related, to talk about, watching versus reading within the context of, like Dandadan and Witch Hat Atelier and things that were like out or coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Even though that conversation was so short and really nothing compared to the rest of the episode, it does feel like a classic V1 stream today, and I fucking love that. And I'm not going to apologize. This is my favorite thing. Just going on tangents, learning, discovering new fetishes. This is what Volume 1 is all about. Well, new for me. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Vidillion said, "Can the topic for the next stream be feet?" I mean, honestly, yeah. Maybe we'll just do a foot stream. We'll do a foot tier list, bro. I can't even show you guys some of the other things even on Google that are coming up. I can't with the feet pics. Tony, you're gonna poke your freaking eye out. Anyway, how long have we been going? 2.5 hours. Probably gonna wrap things up. But it feels so good to be back and do one of these things, man. I cheesy, corny, whatever, but like I was not feeling the best. I have not been feeling the best because of a lot of things, just schedule time, whatever. But like being here today genuinely perked my ass up, gave me life, and you guys did that.
Good.
I fucking love you guys. You guys are the best. I feel so much better.
That's good.
Stay tuned for everything else we got coming out. We got some more Champ Blue coming. We're gonna we released the last one on Volume 1 Plus on Wednesday as opposed to Thursday. We took a break 1 week off from that because it was like post Reverie. So the newest one will come out on Wednesday, which is the day before Thanksgiving, because we're not gonna put out the next set of episodes like on Thanksgiving. It'll be the day before. And hopefully we'll be able to get to those Volume 1 soon, versus Kagurabachi, Gachakuda. We still need to get to Vinland. I'm trying to think of what else.
But we're going to try to keep these at least more consistent, because One Piece chapters haven't been coming out on Thursdays anyway, so maybe we could just move it to Thursdays instead of Wednesdays, but we'll keep you guys posted on that.
Yeah, because I've been getting scheduled on Wednesdays a lot, unfortunately. And it's at like a mid shift too, so it's like 8 hours.
And it's like all day, yeah.
From like 11 to, whatever 8 hours is.
Yeah.
It's like in the middle of the day.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Yeah, which I don't mind. It's just the day that
thank
it
you guys
happens
for coming out and hanging out with us. It was fun.
Yeah. You guys are fucking awesome. You guys are the fucking best. The only thing left to do now is get out of here on our outro that's always the same and never changes, which today, Tony, is... It's got to be something
He's
about...
sniffing.
He's sniffing something. Something about feet.
Mm.
You can't even see yourself. Okay, now you can. Or chat. Help us.
Tony, look. Look. Look.
Tony, look at yourself. Look at... Look. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, shoot. Oh, damn. He's fucking mad. Who is that? Ew, you're sneezing all over me, bro. What the fuck? Oh, he's trying to box. He's trying to box himself up right now. That's so nasty. Stop sneezing everywhere. He's confused. He's like, why? When I get closer, he gets bigger. All right.
Until next time.
I think we're getting a new chapter next week. I think so too.
Let me at them feet, Pete.
Yeah, we're gonna just talk about. I know we didn't get a chance to talk about the last chapter. We're just gonna wait until the new chapter comes out.
We'll do double.
Yeah.
Justice for Pluto.
Justice for Pluto. I like that. Goof Troop. More like Feet Trip.
Whoa.
I like that a
Whoa.
lot.
Come
on, Goofy. Don't do Pluto dirty. Let me at them.
Them feet, Pete.
Let me at the. Okay, what about let me at them Pete feet instead of feet Pete. No. Okay.
Goofy feet pics, please.
Goofy feet pics, please. Okay, Tony. Okay, let's do Justice for Pluto.
Okay.
Okay, all right. It's just it's got a nice ring to it. You look so majestic, like you're on a fucking edge of a cliff, like Ariel on the rock and shit right now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with us. For real, you guys are the fucking best. I can't say that enough. We'll be back with hopefully more community lives consistently soon, and other types of reactions and reviews soon. Thank you for your patience, for just the vibes, the good vibes. And until next time,
Justice for Pluto!
Come on. Let Pluto have a wife. Does Pluto have a wife? Like he should have he should have a girl too, or a guy. I mean, or he should just have someone. Come on now.